What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bro Chat. This is a new episode. This is a new thing, Dusty. I'm doing a thing called Bro Chat now. What do you think?
I think I'm on, so let's do this.
It means we're going to talk about absolutely fuck all, and we're also going to talk about stuff that we don't know about because we're bros, and we're just going to
we're immediate experts on everything. I love it.
We're going to pretend we know everything about everything, and we're just going to talk. So,
what? You should have told me. I would have had a couple drinks first.
What topic would you like to start with that you don't know about but want everybody to think you know about?
What is my expertise?
Everybody likes to talk about politics. They actually fucking know something.
Yeah, it's actually painful to watch.
I got in a fucking fight with my brother at family dinner on Sunday because of politics. Can you believe that?
Now, American politics or Canadian politics?
Come on, Canadian politics is like, are we gonna use a pen or pencil in the fucking schools from next? It's a ridiculous Canadian politics is fucking boring as hell. No,
I was wondering because a few of my Canadian friends they voice their opinions very strongly on American politics. I'm like, God, if you knew any less, it would kill me.
I always find that I have a couple Canadian friends who are like staunch Trump supporters,
right?
And I'm like, you're not American. You don't get to vote. It doesn't matter if you.
Why do you care so much?
Why do you have a Trump sign on your front lawn? You can't vote for him. So I'm like, I get liking somebody because of their personality, but I'm like, they really get intense about the political commentary, and I'm like, it's not your country. Like, just let them do whatever the fuck they want. No, but me and my brother are getting into it because I'm going to admittedly tell everybody that I was a liberal, and I've become not a liberal anymore.
Well, that's good to hear.
Just too much has happened, right? And I know politics is a dangerous subject, so we're not going to get too deep into it, but so many things have happened that I'm like, and I wouldn't say I'm a Republican either. I think I'm just independent.
Yeah, I'm not I vote and make my decisions based on what each person what their policies are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could go in and they could not announce who was who other than their names and their policies, and that's how I would vote.
But don't you think it's funny? I think most people vote on the opposite end of things. Like my sister, for like the women in my life anyway, I'm not going to say women in general, but the women in my life generally are turned off by Trump because he's very like brash and he is not well spoken, and doesn't sound overly educated.
Right.
So they're turned off by that. But it's like, that's not even relevant when you are actually voting for somebody, right? But it's like, I feel like a lot of people vote based on their emotions.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like, I mean, it's the same as bodybuilding, right? Like people judge the shows based on emotions.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think that.
You know, I should win the Olympia according to my mother. So, and she's not biased, damn it. Not at all. No, I know what you mean, but I have voted in the last 12 years on both sides.
Yeah.
I voted for Obama the first time. I didn't the second time.
Yeah.
I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
And I voted for Trump again today.
Good for you. Yeah, no, I got in a massive, it's really crazy how heated political conversation gets.
Oh, for sure.
It's very hard to have a normal conversation sometimes with certain people. Like, we're at my mom's, we're having family dinner. Well, me and my family get together every Sunday for family dinner. It's like my immediate family. And my mom makes this feast. We're all sitting around, and everyone's laughing, having a good time, and politics comes up. Next thing you know, there's chairs flying.
You hear the ticking in the room, tick, tick, tick.
Oh, it was just fucking horrible because we were arguing about the COVID situation, how everything's locked down, and I'm like, you can't lock everything down forever, man. I'm like, people got to go back to work. Like, there's got to be a way to get people back to work in a safe fashion so that like people can live their lives. And yeah, the opposite viewpoint was just not happy. And I'm like, I can't fucking. So anyway, I end up storming out of my mom's house.
Did you grab a to-go bag or no?
I had already finished eating, so I didn't care.
Okay, good. You're fine. I just wanted to make sure you didn't bail early because that's going to be.
Well,
do not let politics or COVID ruin a good meal.
No, I think I actually used COVID to leave because I had already finished eating. So I'm like, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this argument. Yeah, I'm going to use this argument to get the fuck out of here. No.
What's funny is I posted literally one thing because I do Q&As all the time, and I had someone ask, "Are you voting for Trump?" And I never wanted to. I don't like to point it out. Not that it's my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know how nuts people are. Yeah. And so I literally responded with, I like my guns. I like my freedom. I like my country. What do you think? I lost 900 followers in 24 hours.
Well, I'm like, it's such a shitty.
Serious? Like,
yeah.
I mean, because here's the thing. I mean, I have friends that are avid on the other side.
Yeah.
And we just don't talk about it. Like, you're never going to flip someone. At no point, it's like arguing with your wife about something. Like, at no point when you're screaming is she going to, oh, shit, Fouad, you've made a very valid point. Like, if you're having a conversation, people might hear you. But once you're just arguing, it's like, dude, you're done. just bail.
I think it's interesting. The one way to go about it is, let's just not talk about it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's a more mature way to go about it because I know, like, I had Seth and Branch come down here for a guest posing,
right?
And it wasn't a guest posing because Branch wasn't. He had already retired, but it was an appearance anyway. So they came down, and at the time, I was still kind of more center left. I don't think I've ever been a hardcore liberal, but I was center left,
right?
And I like things like Medicare for all coming from Canada. Like we have a public system that's like, government run. And I feel like I get all the fucking free healthcare I want. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't ever have to pay for anything. So, being from Canada and being born into the system and living with it all my life, I'm kind of for it. Right.
Right.
Because it's never really hindered me in any way, shape or form. So I'm like, It's cool. They should do it too.
Right.
So we start having a conversation and it was cool because, we talked about guns because we also, like in Canada, we have very strict gun laws, right?
Right.
So all the things that you guys are arguing about, Canada is like half socialist. So like, I'm kind of used to all these things already. So I don't it doesn't seem like a big deal to me.
Right.
So I'm sitting with two of the most American guys I know.
Right. For sure. I was going to say, yes, you were.
And I'm like, are they going to kill me if I bring this up? But we actually had like 3 days because they were here for 3 days.
Right.
We had 3 days of very articulate, interesting, in-depth conversation.
Right.
And no arguing, no loud talking, no talking over the other person. And honestly, by the time they fucking left, they had convinced me that gun rights were okay.
Right.
Which was crazy because nobody, like you said, nobody ever changes their mind.
Right. Well, because nobody listened. I think that's the difference is, as you know, in the world of politics, you don't listen. You wait for your turn to talk. And if it's not soon enough, you just start talking now.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
Yeah.
I think, you know what, that's an important thing that you said, because I think it was the respect factor, because I respect Seth and I respect, Branch. So I was like, I sat and listened to their opinions.
Right.
And Branch brought up actually really, and Seth echoed it, but Branch was like, look, man, I grew up with a rifle at the front door.
Right.
Like, it's just how we grew up in Texas. Like, my dad taught me how to shoot a gun at 4 years old. And there's a rifle there. We would go hunting, and it was just there all the time. And, we were taught to respect it. And I think when people like me don't understand gun rights, because we don't come from a gun culture in Canada.
Right.
When I think gun rights, I'm like, why do they want, why does everybody have to have a gun? But then when Branch told me the story of like growing up like that, I'm like, it's kind of like just a tool in their fucking house.
Yeah. Yeah. They have an axe also for the chopping wood, and they got screwdrivers and
yeah. No, but literally that's kind of how he explained it. It's just like another thing in the house. It wasn't like, we have a gun.
Yeah. It's definitely viewed differently. I texted you when I bought my truck, and it was so funny because I bought it without seeing it because they're hard to come by here. Yeah. So I literally paid for it before it came in, and it comes in, and I I open up the console and there's a safe in there.
Yeah. Oh,
I look at her, I go, oh, there's a safe. She goes, well, yeah, for your gun. I'm like, fuck, I love this country.
That's amazing.
like this is the sales lady. I mean, she could have said, yeah, safe for anything, but she was like, yeah, for your gun. And I just laughed because I was like well, valid. I took it out of my pocket. I put it in there. I was like, well, thank you. I usually keep it on me, but now that I have a place for it.
She could have been like, it's for your wallet. It's for your fucking, she's like, it's for your gun. I'm like,
yeah, she gave me no other option. If I didn't have a gun, I don't know what I was going to do with the safe. Shit. Thank God I have one.
Holy fuck, man.
But it was funny because it was like, that's what it's for. I mean, literally the way she said it, because I'm like, well, it's actually too large. Okay, never mind. It's a gun. I'm not going to negotiate with you. Maybe it's for 3 guns.
How was the truck?
Oh, I love it. I love it. The only downside is I'm trying to wane my decision making, trying to make good choices, which won't last for long.
Good choices of what? Can you tell me what you mean?
Well, yeah, because I'm trying not to just continue spending money like I always do.
Well, that's not going to happen.
So, I bought it and I was like, oh, I love it. Lifted it. I was like, oh, I really like it. And it was like, well, supercharger would be nice.
Oh,
I should probably get a supercharger.
You got a Toyota Tundra, right?
Yeah. So it was like I started running through the list, and fortunately or unfortunately, I have friends. I don't have tools other than a gun because I don't use them.
Yeah.
I have a credit card, a checkbook, and a pen. Like that's my toolbox.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
I can fix anything with those things.
Yeah.
But so I called a friend and I was like, all right, who do you know that's a Toyota guy? And he's like, oh, here, call Jeff. I call this guy. I was like, what's all the cool shit I need? He's like, oh, okay. So I just got moved into my new place, and Jeff's going to spend a lot of my money soon, and it's going to be great.
What are you doing? What are you doing to the truck? Do you know?
I don't even know yet. I just told him, I was like, look, I want ridiculous power. I don't care about gas mileage or anything else. I want it to sound nuts, and I just want it to be the coolest Tundra there is.
In the world. In the world.
Yeah, in the entire world. And he's like, oh, okay, you're gonna take it off road. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not taking it anywhere.
Is yours black?
Yeah.
So it's like this. 6-inch lift. But you probably got bigger rims though.
Yeah. I have 20s on 35, 12.5s.
So the same tire, so 20s on 35s. So basically this.
Yeah, it's very similar. Very similar.
Well, I think I listened to this fucking huge dilemma.
What's this?
So I'm like, Dusty's got a truck. I want a truck.
I totally understand that dilemma because I bought the truck to be like, okay, this is going to be my vehicle. And now that I'm driving it so much, I'm like, well, I don't want to put too many miles on it. Yeah. So I'm telling a friend, and he's like, well, why didn't you keep that? Because I had the an RX 350 little SUV.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a little soccer momish. I need another thing, but it can't be that. I need something else.
So now you're going to get another thing. So listen, oh my God. It sounds like we're the same fucking person. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this was me trying to have one thing, and now it's like, well, I like this so much, but I can't drive it all the time. I mean, it's crazy.
So listen to this fucked up story. So I start dieting for the Chicago show. Well, I start dieting for whatever. Then it ends up being Chicago. Then I end up getting like kind of ripped, and I'm like, I start losing my mind. So I traded my Yukon. I had a lifted Yukon. Mm. I traded in the Yukon. I buy a Jeep Trackhawk, and it is probably my favorite vehicle I've ever owned.
Oh, shit.
It's faster than my Corvette. It's more comfortable than my Corvette.
Of course.
I can drive it in the wintertime. I can go get groceries in it. It's like, it does.
It's everything. It's a badass Corvette, but it's also functional.
It does everything. It does everything. Like, and it's fast as fuck. Like, it's crazy. So I'm like, now I got the Vet sitting in the garage and wintertime's coming up. And I'm like, I got a fucking Vet sitting there. I can't drive it for 5 months. I don't even want to drive it. I'm too big for it. And I got a faster car now anyway.
Right.
So I'm like, and I kind of miss my Yukon. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm buying a truck. So I trade in the Vet for an F-250.
Oh, nice.
So the Vet's 3 years old. So I get rid of the Vet and I get an F-250, almost fucking even trade. I'm like, awesome. I didn't lose $1. Like, perfect.
For one summer's like, thank God.
I got a good deal on the trade. I got rid of the Vet. And I know people listening are probably going to be going crazy. Like, oh, you got rid of a I've had it for 3 years though.
That's gotta be a record for you.
It is a record for me. And I just, the Jeep is so comfortable and it's like faster. So I'm like, I don't know why I need the vet anymore. So
you've lost reasons. It's not like you're set. That thing is usually you do like what I did, where it's like, well, now I got a truck. It's like, well, this is awesome, but
yeah.
And then you've got the list of reasons that you should probably have something else.
So now
your list of reasons is because you don't want to, you just want something else.
So now I have the F-250 and I got a whole bunch of parts ordered that are on the way. So dude, this truck is so fucking big.
Oh, they're tanks. I had an F-350 dually before.
Oh my God.
I used to have a fifth wheel.
Yeah.
So I used it for towing. Actually, I shouldn't say it. It was a situation where a friend of mine bought a fifth wheel and I bought the truck so we could play.
Yeah.
It's like, you spend 40 grand, I spend 40 grand. We don't have to spend 80 a piece.
Yeah.
You know, one of those, because it was back in the day, but dude, how about how big the back is? Like, you could sit in the back and like put your legs straight out in front of you without touching the seat.
Dude, I get in the thing later and I'm like, this thing is fucking humongous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't lifted it yet, and I'm already sitting on top of all the other cars. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, once I lift this thing, I'm gonna be like, it's like literally driving a rig.
And how freaking comfortable is that thing though? I mean,
it's humongous. It's so big. It's so big inside, dude. So the vet's gone. I got the truck. Now I got a whole bunch of shit to play with. I got lift coming, wheels, tires.
What are you doing with the lift?
Just 6-inch lift. Because it's already
huge.
The F-250 already comes like lifted 2 or 3 inches like from stock.
Right.
Like
what does it fit on it for tires then with a 6-inch lift?
I'm putting 37s.
Okay, that's awesome.
24-inch wheel on 37.
Oh, shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, the big California fucking wheel. I don't like like too much rubber.
I planned mine out because I live in like high-rise condos.
Yeah.
So the height of the garage is 7'2", and my truck is exactly 7 feet tall.
Yeah, that used to scare the fuck out of me with my last truck, because I would be like, I go to the airport or something, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get in here.
Yeah, see, I know exactly how tall the truck is, because I literally actually had a friend with me, and I come whipping into the garage, and he's like, shit, he ducked down, he thought we were going to like hit. I was like, no, we got 2 inches. He's like, what if you overfill the tires?
Yeah. What if you get a bump? And you're like,
it's like, we're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I pull in across the street at one of the places, I can only go to a certain level in the parking garage, because then it drops down to 7, and I will hit.
Okay.
So yeah, and you have nothing to worry about in that truck because you're not fitting in shit.
No, I think I literally bought the least functional vehicle possible.
Oh, for sure.
It's like it's less functional than my Corvette. After I lift it and everything, it's gonna be absolutely useless. Like, it's just gonna be something to look at. Just
purely badass. Well, I just call Hunter. He knows all about it.
I heard he's got to lower his.
Yeah, because it's so, dude. He had a video up of his daughter standing next to the tire, and it was taller than her.
Yeah, I don't know what lift he put on it, but I heard he had to drop it 2 inches or something, like, because he was gonna like hurt himself jumping in and out of it.
Oh yeah, his truck is. I think it was. Donna, that's a dog, by the way.
What is all the training you've been doing? Why are you doing so like intense training with your animals? What's going on?
I just don't like. I'm obsessive about, number one, like things being the way they're supposed to be, and I find that people that have little dogs let them be assholes.
Yeah.
Because if you have a big dog and he jumps up on somebody, it's a problem. They go flying across the room. They freak out. Yeah. People let little dogs be pricks, and they're like, "Oh, we're little," and I'm like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
Like, they need to do it right. So I took them to this place, Canine Games. Left them there for 6 weeks, and literally they came back as little machines. But they didn't. The big thing that a lot of people were asking about, they didn't lose their personality.
Yeah.
They do what they're told. Yeah, and in fact, I've found my male, he likes it. Yeah. Like, when he knows he did right and you're stoked for him, because it's all the way down to basic stuff. Like, when I get home, I take their leashes off, and then I tell them I'm like, all right, sit. Yeah. And then I open the door and I come in the house and I mess around for like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, you guys can come in. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll just stand there. People are walking by him. I took Donna, the girl, this weekend to California because I was shooting some video. So airport, gym. I mean, think about gym, plates falling people.
Yeah.
You put her on she's got a mat that comes, just like the bottom of the kennel, basically.
Yeah.
I put her on the ground. I tell her to place. She'll stay there for an hour.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny because, most people, I mean, you teach a dog to sit. It's like it's a circus trick. They'll sit and then somebody hits the doorbell and they run.
Yeah.
If I tell them to sit, I have to remember to tell them to get back up.
Really?
Yeah, because they'll just chill. And I mean, it's nuts. It's funny because I'm going through the airport and so many people were like, so those dogs are different.
What was it like leaving them there for 6 weeks?
Oh, it's brutal because, I don't do well with, I'm at home all the time.
Yeah.
So they're literally like, they just give me something to do.
Yeah.
I swear they speak English because if not, it would be crazy that I talk to them, which I do. So, but yeah, it was a long time. I went and saw them every weekend and kind of saw the progress and they worked with me.
Yeah.
Because that's the big thing is when you get home, it's like kids. You can send them off to boot camp or whatever. You bring them home, if you let them be assholes, then they'll bounce right back,
Yeah.
So no, it was pretty intensive. Definitely not inexpensive, but worth it.
Worth
it, when I tell people what it costs, they always freeze, and I'm like, well, hold up, because it's $4,000 a dog. But for example, I chose to not do it right away because I wanted to spend time with their puppies.
Yeah,
I'm out $2,000 in rugs. They ruined a couch.
Yeah.
I actually bought it more than 3 times because of me. It was just dumb stuff. It's not like they chewed up a couch, but they're dogs being dogs. Like they took a bone that I got. I buy them bones that are actual bones, just cut. Well, they have blood in them sometimes up on a white couch.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, you don't want to explain that to people when it comes over. So
needless to say, you are worse at spending your money than I am.
You thought I was so smart, but then you're starting to catch on. Yeah, thankfully I'm given an allowance by my financial guy, so I don't do anything stupid.
let's give the bros that are listening some advice. I've done an extensive video on how bodybuilders make money. Can you add to that? How did you make your fortune? Because you're spending quite a bit of money. You bought a truck and you're lifting it and this and that. And you're paying for your dogs to get fucking taught manners and shit. Like,
instead of doing it like a normal person myself.
You're doing, I mean, you must be doing well, right? So can you give anybody any insight on how to make it in bodybuilding?
Well, I mean, there's a few things. Number one, I cheated because before bodybuilding, so when I was growing up after high school, I was going to go to college like everybody else, get a job. And my dad actually told me not to.
Okay.
And because I wanted to go work for his company. He made great money. And I was like, I'll just go do what he does. Mm-hmm. And he was like, dude, you're unemployable. Like,
why?
Because I question everything.
Oh, you're like, just like me. You just don't want to listen to anybody.
Yeah. Well, or if I see something that a lot of things are done just because that's how we've always done them. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not really right. I can show you something that might be better. Yeah. So he literally told me, he's like, don't waste your money. He's like, you need to own a business. You need to figure something out. Just don't go to college. So I ended up doing that. I got fortunate in that I was working for a supplement company, and a guy purchased it, a supplement store, I should say, a retail chain. And he came in when he bought the business and just stepped back and watched. Yeah. And didn't really say anything, So he stepped back and watched, and he asked me like, hey, how do we do orders? And I was like, well, how do we do them, or how should we do them? Oh. And he was like, well, how do we do them? So I told him, and he goes, well, what do you think we should do? And I told him my way, and he was like, well, yeah, the way you guys are doing it is stupid. Yeah. So we clicked really quickly, and he ended up kind of taking me in and taught me just a ton about business. And 5 years later, I bought that chain from him. Really? Yeah. So I bought 5 retail stores, and then I owned those for 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Then I sold them to the guy who now owns the gym I go to. Okay. And then when I got out of that, I did make a mistake of just living off sponsor money for a little bit. Yeah. Because I was making really good sponsor money. Yeah. But you quickly realize if something goes wrong, oh shit, that's my entire income.
Fuck, yeah.
You know, so
It took me a long time to realize that.
yeah, I wasted, in hindsight, which I don't believe in, everything happens for a reason, but I lost a lot of money sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I know you've talked about this before. I'm way more, I do better overall in every single thing when I'm busy.
Yeah.
If I don't have time to breathe, I'm more efficient with everything and I'm better at everything.
Yeah, but I have to be hungry to be busy.
What do you mean?
I don't mean that figuratively. I mean it literally. Like, if I'm not hungry, I'm lazy as fuck. No,
I was like, oh, wait, this insightful thing. Like, no, literally, I have to be hungry.
no. I'm like, that's a literal. I meant it by the literal definition. If I have to, if I'm not,
that's fucking awesome. The quote of the century. No, I mean literally hungry. I have to not eat for a while.
I'm just telling the truth. If I'm stuffing, listen. If I'm in the off season, everybody. I just said it differently than everybody else says it. Everybody else says the same. Everybody else says it too.
When you're hibernating like a bear.
When you're dieting, you're more productive, and
right.
And the reason is because you're fucking hungry. So when I'm hungry, I'm not tired and I'm not sleepy and I just feel like I can get up and go, and then that fucking wheel won't stop. It just right. But when I'm full, I'm happy and I'm like, I don't want to do that. It just, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I actually do though, because I used to say the same thing with my employees in the stores. In the end of the fourth quarter, November, December, sports supplements slow down.
Yeah.
People are getting fat. They're eating other shit. They're spending money on other things.
Yeah.
And it drove me crazy because my employees, because they weren't busy with customers, were lazy. I'd come in and an order's not out that's been there for an hour. Yeah. But had they been slammed with customers, the order would be out and the customers would be helped.
They would have did everything.
And it'd be clean. And it'd be, you'd come in, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And you just see that if you're not moving, and maybe that's because they're moving so much they didn't have time to eat. I didn't catch that. They're hungry.
Well, no, I'm telling you. Listen, I know you think it's funny, but it's true, because even my father-in-law, for example, and my brother-in-law, for that fact, are both roofers. Mm-hmm. And if you talk to anybody who does manual labor, who like is like entrenched in their work, they all say, like, I don't eat lunch. So like, I grab a snack here or there, but like, they don't stop to eat. Like, like my father-in-law eats when he gets home after, like, for dinner, like at 5 or 6 o'clock.
10-hour day of busting his ass.
Yeah, he'll get up on a roof and he owns the company. That's why, right? He's not like an employee that just sits down at lunch and eats whatever the fuck. He owns the company, so he goes up there at fucking 8 a.m. and he's up there until fucking 6 p.m, and then he eats like a real meal and calms down. Because he told me, he's like, when I eat lunch, I'm fucking lazy. I don't. My afternoon's shot. So
it costs me too much money to eat lunch.
Yeah. So it's just anyway, going back to what you were saying. So we were talking about how you made your money.
So that was, so I sold those, and then I started doing, a few years ago, I started doing coaching again. But the difference is, and this is what I hate, and you know this because you do it as well. Yeah. I started coaching in 2001. Yeah. And I did it for free for a couple of years. Like, I would tell people, because all that happened is I helped my ex-wife get ready for a show. Yeah. She did awesome. Yeah. And then people came to me and I was like, I'm not really qualified to prep you for shows like I am, but I'm not, you know what I mean? So I said, I'll help you. And so for a few years, I was cranking them out, just enjoying it. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I have a track record, this and that. I'm going to go for it. And I started pushing. And as you know, this was before it was like, I consider online coaching like being a hairstylist. And what I mean by that is, if you don't know what the fuck you're going to do with your life, you become a trainer. Or just like a hairstylist, you're someone who's really fucking good at it and it's actually your career. Yeah. So there's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, there are hairstylists that's their career. They bust ass, they make 6 figures. Yeah. No joke. And then there's the ones that are like, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I guess I go to beauty school. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I look at the training, because I have clients, and I have some clients that are decent coaches, but I do have some clients that ask me the dumbest questions ever and then take people's money. I'm like, you're not ready. Yeah. And that's okay. But, it's just a tricky thing. So I started doing that. And then obviously I still do the sponsor stuff, but I think the biggest quote secret is, and you know this, is you don't stop looking for ways. So
Yeah.
I'm doing well above average now. And then I looked and I'm like, shit, I'm not making any money off of YouTube. That's dumb.
Yeah.
So what do? Well, I think I've made in the last 5 weeks, 58 videos.
That'll do it.
You know, and I mean, we're releasing them slow, and some of them are quick hits, some are full videos, and I'm still, you know, going through and figuring out how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I think that's the biggest miss people have is there are so many ways, as you know, in this industry, it drives me crazy. I shouldn't say in the industry, in the planet.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a entrepreneurial mind at all, or even just are hungry to make a good living, I feel like every time I turn around, I'm like, shit, I could do that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's, I'm not even counting investing in things. I'm talking about personally working on things.
Yeah.
Obviously the investment stuff, that's the big factor, which, you know, all kidding aside about money, is you can't live off of what you make. You got to live. I live off of way less than what I make. I have a certain amount of money that goes right to a financial guy every month.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge believer in experts.
And so you're saying, wait a minute, let me
ahead.
think about that. You're saying you live off less than you make.
Yeah.
I live off more than I make.
What do you mean you live off more than you make? You spend more than you make?
I mean, I'm horrible with money, and I spend more than I make.
Well, thank God you have a wife that's keeping things under control.
No,
then.
she's worse than I am. We're just we're just fucking just keep burning the fucking. No, our solution to life is spend and then work harder to catch up to the spending.
Do you know what's funny about that? All kidding aside, is my first trainer, JJ Marsh, used to do. He said the same thing.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, if I wanted something, I bought it because I could qualify. Yeah. And then I figured out how to pay for it.
Dusty, if I told you the story, it's such a fucked up story. I lost my contract with SciTech.
Right.
I was in between contracts, and I signed the mortgage for the house I bought before this one.
Right.
And at the time, it was the most expensive house I had ever bought.
And you were in between contracts.
And I didn't have a job.
Let's do this.
And I signed the mortgage, and my wife's like, because you know you got like 60 days before you have to like move in or whatever and sign and start paying. And Summer's like, are we going to be okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'll work it out. And I started coaching and I started doing, and I swear to God, it's really fucked up in my life. Like when I want something, I go get it. Mm-hmm. It's like I dig myself a little hole and then I find a way out.
Hey, if you can handle the stress that way, it's on you, man.
Well, I'm probably gonna die young because of it. But it's just the way I've always worked. You know, some people are the opposite. Some people are like, once I have enough money, I will go buy this thing.
Right.
I'm like, how can I get that thing, and then I'll make the money to pay for it afterwards.
Right. Well, you know what's funny is the reason I pay out the way I do it is because I don't have a traditional retirement. Things like that.
Yeah.
And I do bank on, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I bank on the fact, number one, I have zero interest in ever retiring.
Yeah.
Like the thought of stopping working is nauseating to me.
I know.
I'm like, what would I do?
Yeah.
My mom talks about this. She's like, well, I'm gonna retire. I'm like, do what?
And do what? Lay on the couch? And then
like, what? You're gonna be bored I get bored on a vacation after like a week. I'm like 3 days in, I'm like, can we go home?
Dude, that's exactly that. The last time we went on all-inclusive,
mm-hmm.
I swear to God, on the fourth day, I was like, I'm ready to get back.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to stay and have a good time with you. But if we were going home today, I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah. No, I've actually gotten to the point where we would travel and I would check, okay, I'm in. Me and you, we're doing this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And after 2 days, she'd be like, hey, you're annoying me. So why don't you go work on your computer for a little bit? Go do some stuff and then come back. I'm like, oh, okay. Run off. Like, you know, so now it's just, if you're not wired to, it's great for a minute. But you know what happens? I get anxiety because I'm not doing anything. And it's not, I mean, I always say this, people freak out. I'm not an important person. I'm not curing cancer. I'm not saving lives, but I feel like I'm out of touch.
Well, it's your life. You have a pattern for your life. You have a pattern for your life. You have a system in place, and you have a way you make money. And that way is doing something every day. Like, I feel like when you're an entrepreneur, there's no break.
Oh, hell no.
And I think as the one thing bodybuilders don't understand is, as bodybuilders, you're an entrepreneur. You have to know how to make fucking money. And if you don't, like I didn't, like, I mean, I always kind of did, but when I got my first contract, I was like, I got a contract. Time to sit back, fucking eat my meals and work out.
Right.
And then after a couple of years, I'm like, this sucks. I'm like, this is not enough money. And there's a whole bunch of other ways to make money that I'm not fucking chasing.
Right.
And even up to very recently, like, you know, we got the supplement company, I get the podcast, and you know, I'm busy. And I was like, I brought this up on one of the podcasts a few weeks ago. I said, I think I'm going to start coaching again.
Right. Yeah, I saw you did.
Yeah. And I forget who it was Ben or Ian. And they're like, why? And I'm like, cause number one, I like helping people that want to be helped.
Right.
But I'm like, it's a whole fucking revenue stream that I'm just leaving out on the fucking table.
Yeah, why would you?
I've done it for, like, I coached for like a decade.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know why. I think I stopped because I got burned out from it. But I'm like,
right. See, I'm just selective with who I work with. And as I say that, I don't mean talent. I mean work. Like, I love anybody who wants to do the best they can. That doesn't mean they don't mess up. That doesn't mean they don't have issues.
Wait a minute. But how do you know that? Sorry to interrupt, but I'm going through the process right now, and guys are like, pick me, because I'm like, I'm only picking like select people and only a few. And people are messaging me and they want me to, you know, take them on, and I'm like, I just don't want to end up with guys that are like excited but not really they don't really want to work. 'Cause you know those guys who are like, I'll do anything, and then you give them a diet and they're like, can I change all of these things?
Can I not eat this? And
can I just,
you know what it is? And I'll tell you, there's a few things. And don't get me wrong, I'm wrong sometimes as well. But number one, I do everything month to month.
Yeah.
And the reason I do that is, number one, I could tell them this is comfort. I have to earn your business every month, but you have to earn mine.
I think it the other. Yeah, I think of it the other way around. Yeah. It actually, this is probably bad business, but it actually says on my sheet when I send it to people, Fouad reserves the right to fire you at any moment.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any. Look, if the right person doesn't care,
I just don't want to waste my time with people. Like, you know what? I have had so many clients, because one of the things it says on the sheets when I send them out is, your diet will not be changed unless you followed the previous week's diet.
I do love that. Well, they say, I didn't do shit this week, so what are we changing? Well, what we're going to change is you're going to follow the diet.
That's exactly my point. I'm like, look, I can't change the diet because I don't know what is working and what isn't, because you ate a pizza the other day.
Right.
Like, I can't change your fucking diet. You got to do the fucking diet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I can't deal with people who are like, because I start to feel guilty, right? Like, we're going on the third week and I have to keep telling this person, I'm not changing anything. You haven't followed. So I start to feel guilty. So I have to like let these people go. I'm like, I can't train you, man, because you're not listening.
Right.
And then I feel bad, but it's not worth it to just be like, because I feel like some people want to be coached, but some people want to be motivated.
Right.
And I'm not here to motivate you.
No, I have that in mind. Like, I'll tell you up front, I have a basic write-up. And it's very basic, but it says what I do. And I tell people, make sure that fits what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And it says right in there, like, I don't have pom-poms.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
Yeah.
I don't want you texting me.
Yeah.
This is through email. I like paper trails. I like to make sure we don't have mistakes. If you're a local person, 99.9% chance, I'm not going to meet you at the gym, because that isn't time efficient for me.
Yeah.
It's costing me money. And I think when you're up front, people are okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I do, and I've told people before, if it doesn't sound right, let me give you a list of 5 other people for any reason that I trust and you should talk to. And I don't know if you're going to fit with them either. And I think that helps people too, because it's like, fortunately, and you're in the same position I am, I don't need you to be my client.
Yeah.
I don't need your $200 a month. Because if if it's not fun for me,
yeah.
and it is fun when you know it is. I mean, it doesn't matter what level. It's enjoyable to work for someone who works for you. Like I can't want your goal more than you do.
Yeah, but you have to clarify that so people don't take it as an arrogant thing. We're not saying I don't need your $200. Go fuck yourself. We're saying I want to help you, and the $200 is great, but it's not worth it if you're not going to listen and it's just going to be a waste of time.
Well, that's the thing is it's not valuable to you either. I've also had people. I mean, here's a prime example, Fouad, where I had someone reach out to me. He said, "Hey, is there any way we can work on the price?" And I was like, honestly, man, this is about time more than anything. Yeah. But explain to me what you're thinking. So he did. And I said, listen, here's my advice to you. Don't hire a coach. Because you can't execute what I need you to do in your financial situation. But if you follow me, and I listed podcasts, if you follow these things and you buy this book, you're going to have enough information to get yourself rolling.
Yeah.
You're going to be further along than if you hired me and couldn't follow.
Yeah.
And then when things come along, you're good to go, because I also don't want somebody to be in that position. And man, I've been there. Like that's the one thing I hate is when you're doing, listen, I've been on top, I've fallen from the top, I've been back on top. I've had to borrow money from a brother-in-law's change jar to get gas before. So
I've been there.
I have been there. So it's like, I do understand. And a big factor is I got screwed over by a couple coaches in the industry when I was broke.
Yeah.
And that's a game changer. That's one of those things where once you've lost money, time, whatever, you're like, I'm never doing that to somebody.
I've said numerous times, if you follow the right person, like some of us put out a lot of information online, right? Like I go through phases where I'll put out like everything, right? For like a couple months, and I'll get kind of burned out. I'll take a month off. But I'm like, if you follow the right person at the right time, you can literally formulate a diet, a training program, and some people talk about their gear and shit and your stack.
Yep.
Because if I'm posting a meal, you just remember, Monday, meal 5, Fouad posted, he eats chicken and rice. Mm-hmm. And then like 4 days later, I post a meal and it's lunch. Oh, his second meal is fucking, rice and steak. And after a couple weeks of someone posting their fucking meals, you got 6 meals. No, I'm serious.
You're right.
If you just followed somebody and wrote down, there's this, sometimes like you'll post a leg workout, you'll post the whole workout.
Yeah, I do all the time.
Yeah, you'll be like, okay, there's a leg workout. Fucking write it down. Yep. Now you got your leg workout. Now wait till, and then go to a different pros page, and he's probably posted a shoulder workout. Oh, good. Okay, there's my shoulder workout. Mm-hmm. Like you can literally piece together a program if you're following enough people, just by writing down the meals they post.
Well, plus, I know I'm engulfed in this part of the industry right now, but I do Q&As every week.
That's the other thing.
And you can literally ask me. Now, the only thing I will say to people, sometimes they'll be like, I'm 185 pounds. What should I eat? I'm like,
yeah.
I can't help you. And I don't mean I can't write your diet, but it's like, there's just not enough information. And I won't hand it out like that. But I mean, if you look, literally, if you were to follow me for a month and ask, I have people ask 3 or 4 questions in the Q&A. Yeah. If they're good questions, I answer all of them.
Yeah. And I understand that totally. But even what I'm talking about is like,
piecing it.
Obviously, I don't mean like in a contest prep.
Yeah.
And I don't mean if you're like a serious guy and you want to know the exact calories, because whatever I'm eating is not going to match your food. But if you're starting out and you have no idea what to fucking eat, what idea to do, you're like, oh, he's eating chicken and rice. I'm going to eat the amount of chicken and rice that suits me, like whatever fills me up. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not saying you can piece together like the perfect diet, like as if a coach did it. But if you're a beginner, you just got to get the fucking food in and you're going to grow.
Well, look at it's you and I have talked about this before. Like it's gotten overcomplicated now where everybody wants it too perfect.
Yeah.
And I remember looking and like when I first started, and it was like, for example, I think I told you this, I've said it on my show before, but the first show I ever did, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to get in shape. So I was like, okay, I think I was 6 weeks out or something when I decided to do this show. I was like, tuna has like nothing in it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have 2 cans of tuna every 3 hours for 6 weeks. And that's what I did. and trust and believe, I got in shape. Now I lost a bunch of muscle.
You lost half your muscle.
Actually, I didn't have a lot of muscle, but what little bit I had, I lost. Yeah. But it was one of those things where like that. And then when I got into off season, it was the same.
Yeah.
I literally looked in the magazines. I was like, okay, so that's how they eat. And then they talked about cheat meals. So I was having one every day.
One cheat meal every day.
Yeah, every day.
But you're only eating tuna on your other meals, so you probably needed it.
Well, that was what I was in contest. So no, the rest, like when I started off season, I mean,
yeah.
I followed the plan, and then if I was still hungry, I would have a 7th meal. Now, of course, in time, that became a little bigger meal, and well, maybe we'll have 2 cheat meals, and I was fat as fuck. But but the point is, it was back to the simplicity. Like in me, it was like McDonald's, protein, carbs, fats. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And I know that's not accurate, but in comparison, these guys are busting out beakers and Bunsen burners to figure out their fucking bodybuilding diet. I'm like,
I know. It's funny you said that about the cheat meals. I just talked to Keone Pearson.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get into that a little bit. We were talking about his diet, and he's like, even because he's working with Dorian now, Hamilton.
Right.
And when I had Keone on the first time, I don't think he was working with Dorian yet. And he told me he had a lot of cheat meals. And I know Dorian's not big on that, but he's like, I don't care. I have a cheat meal every night.
Right.
I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I eat my 5 or 6 meals, and my 5th meal is usually something shitty, whether it's Chipotle or McDonald's or whatever. And I'm like, that's amazing. That's my kind of diet. That's what that's what I've been doing for fucking 20 years. It's not revolutionary.
Right.
And then I actually recall Luke, Luke used to say that too. He's like, I eat my 5 or 6 meals, and whatever the fuck I want to have on top of it is my prerogative.
Right.
And I actually just think it's such a beautiful fucking diet. I just do. And if you get too fat, you pull back a little bit. Maybe you have a cheat meal every other day but I just feel like it keeps you sane.
Yep.
And Keone put on like 25 pounds of fucking stage weight. So it's got to work.
That's the thing is, if you're in your off season, I think, and you know this as a coach, though, it's such a like I hate it because I put out my content so people see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then my clients see what I'm doing versus what they're doing. But the problem is, I execute every other piece perfectly, or one thing that I push a ton, and you know this is true, at least it was for me. I was a bodybuilder for years before I ever worked out. I didn't know that.
Meaning what? What does that mean?
Meaning, so I'll just give the quick rundown. I went to the gym with a guy that was a great amateur, and for the first time, and I had been bodybuilding for years, and we're doing extensions. Yeah. Extensions. After like 5 sets, I was like, hey, how many sets are we going to do here? He goes, I'm waiting for you to do 1.
I remember this story.
And I was like, what?
That's right.
So he kicked the shit out of me for that workout. And I realized, oh, this is training.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And it only took 1, and my training changed permanently. So what I mean by that is, again, like you said, I can afford it. Like I just put up a picture last night. I ate like shit for, God, I probably had 4 cheat meals a day for 3 days a week. Yeah. Every time we were filming, because you know how that goes. You're just busy, and I'm like, I need a shit ton of calories.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was anything I could get my hands on.
Trying to play catch up.
Yeah. And I mean, I gained some weight, but it's like the point of my post, truthfully, was you don't get fat overnight. Yeah. If you're doing things correctly the whole time. Yeah. So it's the same. It's like you can do that, but the problem is, just like I did when I was younger, like I said, I started with 1 cheat meal. Yeah. Then it faded into I don't bodybuild food anymore. Yeah. It was just, now I'm McDonald's 3 times a day.
Shit all the time.
Yeah.
Because you start craving it more. Your taste buds start getting used to it, and you're like, I'm just going to have another cheat meal. And you start justifying it to yourself too. You're like, it's okay. The extra calories are good for me. I need them. And really, you're just getting fatter and fatter. But
let me ask this for you when you were, because I know that you've been a Team Fat Fuck member before.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love it.
When I look back, so this is interesting. I used to puke every leg day, every back day. Now I couldn't if it was my goal in life. And I'm wondering how much of that was just because I was a fat fuck and was eating so terribly that I would get sick. because it's not like I'm not some, I don't do cardio. You know what I mean? I'm not some,
yeah.
My athletic prowess didn't change. So
I never had that problem. I think I've literally puked maybe a handful of times in my career.
Yeah, I haven't in years now, other than if I take a strong flavored pre-workout. I'm like, oh shit, shouldn't have done that.
Even back then when I was eating like a lot of crap, I don't know, people are like, oh, maybe you don't push yourself hard enough. And I'm like, okay, maybe, but I don't know. I just
no, I can definitely say it's not that because back in the day, not even defending you, but I had workouts where it was like, now in hindsight, I thought I was training hard and it wasn't really, and I was still puking. So
yeah.
I had accepted it though. It was like, oh man, I go join a pizza.
So listen, I wanted to get into
more shit that I don't know about.
No, well, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be.
We have not done well about things we don't.
No, we haven't, because we've been talking about bodybuilding for the last 15 minutes.
Bodybuilding and trucks.
Yeah. Well, the truck guys are probably like, oh, you guys don't know shit.
That's fine. I don't.
No, what I wanted to get into, actually, the reason I wanted to have you on, and I wanted to talk about all the controversial shit that's going on in the IFBB, because it seems like, I don't know if it's manufactured controversy or if it's actual controversy, but it feels like people are bitching about everything.
Right. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, some of it's justified and some of it's not. And I feel like the non-justified parts are like, people are mad about Keone. But first of all, they're mad about his placing. That's normal. People get mad about placings all the time. Some people are like, oh, he didn't win the show or whatever. But more importantly, people are like, why isn't he competing? And they're fucking outraged. And I'm like, in my mind, I feel like saying fuck you. Because I'm like, and it's probably wrong to say fuck you to your fans, but like, if I was Keone, I'd be like, you entitled motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah, I owe you.
You're not the ones who have to fucking suffer and diet and starve and do all the drugs and worry about your mental health and whatever other reason he has for not competing.
Right.
You guys don't have to worry about that. It's easy for you to say, well, why don't you just fucking do it?
Right.
Do you know what he has? Like, do you understand what he has to go through to do it?
Right.
Maybe you've competed, but have you competed at that fucking level where you understand what he's saying? And even if you have, who's to say he's just not a different person? Like James can climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Right? I can't. So like, everybody's fucking different. And I feel like fans are really entitled when they're like, well, he should fucking do it because I want him to. And I'm like, that doesn't mean anything.
You know what's crazy is I actually this is funny, but I learned a lesson that I feel can literally cover all of this from a 12-year-old. So a friend of mine has a kid that's just a lifelong family of soccer players. Yeah. And he is a god. He's just phenomenal. They started playing when he could walk, and he's unreal. And he started kind of not loving it. Yeah. And then finally this year they were like, hey, well, you want to play football, you don't have to play year round. Yeah. So you can play football or you play basketball and soccer. Yeah. And he was like, well, I want to play basketball, but I don't want to play soccer. Yeah. And his parents, family, coaches, everyone's like, well, no. I mean, you can play basketball, but you're going to play soccer. Yeah. And he literally said, he goes, I don't understand why you guys are stuck on doing things that don't bring you joy. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah. And he literally told his mom, he's like, I don't care that I'm good at it. I don't want to do it.
It doesn't make me happy. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's such a simple thing, but people don't get that. Like, so Keone loves bodybuilding. He obviously does. But whether it's he's dying to make more improvements, he needs a mental break, for whatever reason, he does not see enough joy in doing the Olympia to do it. Yeah. So I don't understand why people can't just say, oh, okay. Because I think that should be life in general. Like, do your thing, dude. Yeah. And that's okay, he quits tomorrow. Okay.
That's the thing. Me and Ian were doing a podcast last week, and I think Ian was alluding to the fact that, like, well, maybe he's sick, maybe he's not feeling well, maybe he has an injury, maybe. And I'm like, why does it have to be any of those things? Why does he have to have an excuse? Mm-hmm. Why can't he just say, I don't feel like it? I'm tired. I'm tired. Why does he owe anybody anything? Like, I mean, look, I try and do things that I think the fans will like. and try and give back to fans and stuff.
Yeah.
But within the realm of my happiness.
Right.
And the fans, the real fans, understand that.
Right.
And I think Keone's real fans understand that too. They're like, hey man, as long as, you know, whatever makes you happy, that's what you should do. And I've seen those comments as well.
Right.
But there's an entire half of the people that are like, oh, you're fucking missing out. You should go do it. You should this, you should that. And I'm like, you're not.
I think though it's one of those things where what you've got is a bunch of people who can't do what he has the opportunity to do.
Yeah.
And they can't imagine passing up on it because from their standpoint, what would be better? What would be more important? What would make you happier? Because it's all they want. But you know this as much as I do. You don't know what you really want until you have it or don't. You know, like I feel like, I mean, here, you have to have something. And how often do you go do something or whatever, and it's not what you thought it was going to be?
Like the F-250.
Exactly.
I thought it was going to be great. And now it feels like I'm driving a bus. No.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're right. I have a friend actually, and she taught me this, which was so funny. But you ever notice if I were to call you and say, hey, Fouad, you want to meet up and go get some dinner tonight?
Yeah.
You can't just say no. You have to say no and then tell me why. You feel like you have to tell me why. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone does it. It's like, oh, I can't because, and it's funny because I have a friend and I'll be like, hey, Tracy, you want to meet me here? She goes, no. I'm like,
but she's probably, but wait a minute. Is she a good friend?
She's awesome.
Well, see,
that's her. But what's funny is I actually asked her about it one time. I go, I have to ask Tracy, like, you just, she goes, well, yeah, I mean, does it matter why?
Yeah, I don't have to give you a reason.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Or I can't, or whatever. But the bottom line is I'm not going to meet you. So why doesn't matter? And it was so funny because I'm mind blown at the simplicity and the fact that she is right. But I've done it before where I'm like, because my true answer is I don't fucking want to do that. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I'm super busy with clients, so I just can't. I can't just be like, I fucking hate golf, dude. I don't tell you.
I think it depends on the person you're talking to because me and Paul are best friends.
Right.
So he'll call me, be like, you want to go for breakfast? I'll be like, nah, I don't feel like it.
Yeah, but that's different because Keone's talking about all his fans.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. Is
I think it depends.
If it's someone close, you can absolutely knock it down. You know, I mean, it's the same reason I would.
But that's what angers me about the fans is I don't owe you. Right. I enjoy giving to you, but I don't owe you. Right. That's the difference. So like the podcast, I enjoy doing a podcast and I'm extremely happy that people like it. Right. But I don't owe. Like,
but you don't have to keep doing
like it. Like if tomorrow I decide I don't want to do the podcast anymore, I don't expect to get people shitting on me. Right. They probably will. They're probably like, oh, you're fucking you're lazy, whatever. But I don't, like, Keone doesn't owe anybody. It's his Olympia.
Right. Yeah.
He's the one who qualified. It's his fucking choice. Right.
I'm sure he sat down and thought about it. I mean, you know, I don't know. Did you see Guy put up that that post about, you know, the stage won't always be there?
Keone said Guy talked to him.
Yeah. And I don't think it was a direct shot at him either. But I think what's cool about that is you can flip it on the other side too and say, well, neither are the things that he's doing instead.
Yeah.
Because nothing is always going to be there. If there's anything I've learned in life is fucking sit in this moment. And whatever it is, soak it up if you're liking it. And if it's not, change it, because nothing too good or too bad lasts too long. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, I've said on this podcast numerous times.
Not this one. This is brand new.
Well, this one's brand new.
You said shit on this podcast.
Yeah, this is a brand new.
You're a liar.
Nobody's heard this before. No. I've said numerous times that my only regret in my career was not doing all the Olympias I qualified for.
Right.
And I actually said that to Keone. But that's me. He's Keone. And I feel like people put their own thoughts and feelings onto other people.
Oh, for sure.
Like you were saying earlier, like to somebody else, how could you skip the Olympia? It's the greatest thing in the universe.
Yep.
And maybe it is to that person. right? And to me, maybe my biggest regret is not doing Olympia, but maybe Keone will never regret not doing Olympia. Maybe he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll just do it next year and he'll be like, yeah, I skipped that one year. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, the whole point of the conversation I'm bringing up is I feel like fans need to calm the fuck down a bit.
Right.
And not be so hard on athletes or so judgmental or so, and fuck, if the guy places where you don't think he should have placed, don't take it out on him. Take it out on the judges. Is it mind
There's been a lot of that this year. It's like,
isn't it fucking mind blowing? The guy places, wins a show, and people shit on him, and I'm like, he didn't go tell the judges where to place him.
Yeah, he walked down there and changed their numbers one.
And I think there's a lot of really, and I'm generalizing, so I feel bad for like.
Yeah, you're not hitting all the fans.
yeah, I feel bad for painting with a broad brush, but there's a segment of people that just have this sense of entitlement, like I owe them. You know, Keone owes them. He's got to do what they want. He's got to compete. And I'm like, no, they don't owe you anything. It's his life.
Right.
If you don't like that he's not competing to the point where you're angry, just unfollow him. Right? Don't go on his page and shit on him. Just be like, well, he's disappointed me. I'm going to unfollow him. And that's it. Then nobody has to be like, right? You know,
I guess what's confusing for me, Fouad, is no one else's life really impacts me.
Yeah.
So, like, I enjoy your podcasts. Yeah. I actually listen to them. I mean, it's funny because of bodybuilding, I don't spend a lot of time, but anytime I have a minute, I will always pop on, you know, like Bodybuilding Bollocks and just listen to it, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you stop tomorrow, like, my world doesn't end. I don't.
Yeah,
you'll
be fine.
Okay, it'll be okay. Like, I'll be, you know, I'm not even like, it'd be one of those things where I'd go, oh shit, that stopped happening.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, yeah, 6 weeks. Oh, okay. But, do you know what I'm saying? And it's weird to me because the same fans who freak out, I shouldn't say fans, the same people who freak out about things like that don't realize that I always say, if I were to stop posting tomorrow and just disappear, no one cares.
No.
Like,
it's
the reason for the big, like, I always laugh at people like, taking a break from Instagram. I want to make sure you all know, be safe. I'll be back. I know you're concerned. Holy shit, your life. I would just disappear. Like, that would be me walking away from bodybuilding. I would just disappear. Because I don't need, no one cares.
Well,
like,
that's not totally true.
No, but even if they support you at the end of the day, and I have great fans, but even if they support you at the highest level, it really doesn't affect their life.
Well, that's
you
not
made
totally,
your mark.
That's not totally true. I'm going to push back a little bit because I think, see, this is what I do think is owed to your fans. A heads up.
Right.
That I feel like you owe that to your fans.
Right.
I think what you're talking about is also true though. I think after you give them that heads up, they don't care anymore.
Right.
Right. Like they're not going to be like, oh, fucking Dusty's podcast no longer on the air, and they're going to cry for months on end. It's not, they're going to be like, that sucks. And then they're going to watch somebody else's podcast.
Right. Well, the prime example is Bodybuilding Bollocks. Like, dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, there's still, even when you guys when the guy who does the Instagram page for you guys put stuff up, I'm like, it was so full, so good. Right. You're like, I selfishly, I'm like,
I know.
Damn it. I mean, beyond the obvious, so I'm not heartless, but it's like, yes, I wish that we're still there, and not just for the obvious reason, just because it's that enjoyable.
Yeah.
But instead, I look back and go, God, that's funny. I think I'm going to go back and watch them brawl about fighting 100 bears again.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I do know what you're saying, but I guess the thing is it's you're not arrogant enough to believe it matters that much. And I think that's the key is if you ever think the opposite, you've lost your fucking way.
Yeah. I've seen people, it's funny. I see people with like 100 followers and they're like, I have a big announcement coming tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't know if anybody's listening.
Yeah. Well, and it's, I've always thought that just in the opposite. I like to, for example, I will hint at things, but not it's in a way to just keep interest. Because, for example, like I knew I was training with Dante all week and filming it, but I also didn't want to say anything until it was happening.
Well, wait a minute though. There's a different, no,
it's a totally different thing, but that's what I'm saying. So I did do that, but I've never posted up something like that, even unless I'm sure of things, because I am super nervous about things in life. I had Dante scheduled for my show before, and he was like, man, I'm so busy. And I was like, holy shit, I'm glad I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, no, but there's a difference between, keeping people in suspense for marketing purposes,
right,
or for interest, or for, to build the interest in whatever you're doing. And there's a difference between like, just you're so self-centered that you're like, I got you. I'm gonna make you all sit on the edge of your seats, and I'm like,
you're gonna wait.
Yeah,
it's funny because the next morning I just start refreshing on their page over and over. Like 82nd, he's gonna tell me what's happening.
Yeah,
if I just refresh 5 more times.
It's fucked up. Okay, so that's the Keone controversy. I think we kind of
beat that to death. Yes, we did.
Covered that. Well, I just wanted to. I just feel bad. You know what, man? I think maybe I'm like the fucking bodybuilding's white knight. Like, I feel like I got to protect everybody. I don't know why I feel that way. I just feel like when people shit on bodybuilders, I'm like, you don't know how that guy feels.
Right. No, and I have to admit, you have kind of taken that. But what I like is you always take that role. Even, for example, with some of the 90s bodybuilders shitting on all of us all the time.
Yeah.
You take the roles with respect, though. Yeah. It's like, all I'm trying to do is make the sport better. Well, because that's if I was going to say that what you were doing, everything is about making the sport better for the athletes and the fans.
Well, I guess that leads me into the next thing I want to talk about, which is this whole controversy with Sean Ray. And people put out a petition and all this stuff, and I got some phone calls, and I was like, I didn't fucking do that's not my petition. I didn't start it. I have nothing to do with it.
Right.
And people are pretty fucking up in arms about this whole thing, and I'm like, it's got I think it started. I don't want to say it started, but I think like we started bitching about it on my podcast like a few months ago. And we keep bitching about it, and I think it's like
you guys, you were just kindling the flame, and then someone came in with gasoline last week and threw it on it. Well, you know what's funny? So I'm glad you brought it up, because we actually touched on this on It's Just Bodybuilding, because this is how I like to report the news. I listen to half and then I bail. I make my decisions.
Okay. So it's intelligent. It's a good way to do things.
Always make sure I really know what's going on. Yeah. But no, I had saw that you had put your post up about, telling people like, hey, maybe we could take it down, whatever.
Yeah.
And I understood that, because I know you didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
But I also was like, it's how do I put it? I like that the fans they want you to do it. I actually agree with, I would like to see that happen, but it's the way they went about doing it. It was like, let's burn this guy down. He's a complete piece of shit, piss on his entire career and everything he's done to become a legend.
Yeah. Just
because of this. And then I do see that it probably looks like you were like, hey bro, you should put this thing out there.
Well, this is why I felt almost embarrassed, because a couple people posted and they're like, it's not about you. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm trying to actually make it not about me. And the only reason I'm saying anything is because I got some phone calls.
A lot of other people made it about me first.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm trying to separate myself from this shit, because it's not, I didn't do it. Right. And I don't think I actually just don't think it's tactful. Like, I don't think I don't know, man. Look, the IFBB is the IFBB. You can't twist arms.
No.
Like, people are like, one guy wrote, if there's enough social pressure, they'll change. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, do you?
They've never been pressured in any way, in any direction, ever.
They don't give a fuck about social pressure. This is telling you to fuck yourself. They own the shit. You don't like it? This is the IFBB. You don't like it? Go start your own federation.
Yeah, like everyone else that's tried,
and they've all failed because
miserably,
because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
In this case, like I said, I don't agree with Sean Ray's commentary, but it's not the way to go about it. Right. And I've I had a conversation with Dan Solomon like 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
He knows I'm interested. He's just like, look, we don't need the position filled right now.
Here's the thing that I think people don't think about too, in a business, okay?
Yeah.
In the business of both the IFBB and the Olympia. Okay,
Yeah.
so think about how big the Olympia is.
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect to you, Sean, or anyone else.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah.
But this is like just above, hey guys, I think that the carpet in the hallway should be yellow instead of blue.
That's not true. That's not true.
No,
That's not true.
But truthfully, when you look at the highest level of importance, when you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars and all these things, it's not that important on the list. If you run businesses, you know that.
I disagree 100%. And I'll tell you why. I think the problem... Okay, and I'm not saying this because I'm trying to say I want to be the commentator and they're so important. I think in terms of the show itself, you're right. The color of the fucking drapes is just as important as the commentator.
Right.
In terms of growth of the sport, I don't agree with you. Because
I'm saying how they treat it, not how it is.
Yeah, how they treat it. Yeah, you're right about that. But I think that the fact of the matter is, and I keep using this fucking analogy, and I will always use the analogy because I don't know anything about fighting. Right? After watching UFC and listening to Joe Rogan, I know everything about fighting.
Right. Yes, I hear you.
I know every move. I know how they get into them. I know what they're called. Right. I am a jiu-jitsu black belt after listening to Joe, right? So that's what the commentator that's what, when people listen to a bodybuilding show and the commentator, they should feel like they're Chris Aceto.
Right. No, and I do agree with that. And that's I want to clarify before we go too far further. That's what I mean is how the Olympia is treating it versus how I see it. I agree with you all the way down. I mean, slightly off subject, but I wish shows would stop making the backdrop a place to hammer home every fucking sponsor and making the athletes look worse.
Well, I don't know. To me, it's not about the sponsors as much as like, I know they're trying to glitz it up by making it like putting the big screen with all the fucking animation. But I agree with you 100%. Black drape, at least for prejudging.
Yeah, let the athletes be, the look of the athlete be the most important thing. So that's how I look at this as well, because I'll tell you this, from when I didn't know about bodybuilding, another thing that I used to hate was when they would talk over the entire routine and I couldn't watch the routine at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like there's a line between the two where I wish that the powers that be that run the Olympia, which is a now new powers that be, so maybe things will start to shift. But I do think at some point you have to ask, like, I rented an Airbnb last week, okay? Matt and I rented a couple of them. And we were talking about things that could be better. And if I own that Airbnb, I'd ask you, what could be better? Yeah. Because I want more money. I want more of you. I want to charge more. I want more. Yeah. And if I give you what you want, I get all that stuff. And that's where I feel like the fans are trying to help, and I wish they would listen, because if you're, let's be honest, and everyone knows Sean Ray's a legend. Yeah. And he's a great bodybuilder and all those things. Yeah. But number one, some of these kids never saw him. I mean, they've seen pictures, but they didn't, how do I put this? They didn't feel his aura like you and I did watching him. They don't give a shit. Yeah. You're a dick. We don't like the way you're doing it. Yeah. We want someone else to do it. We like Fouad or whomever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, look at this prick popping in late.
Get this. Did you shake
this fucking time every 5 seconds? So just
he's been here for 2 seconds. I'm already hammered. Where the fuck have you been?
Did you trim your beard into like a triangle? It was good.
I just shaved it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I like that you got ready for me.
Why don't you dye it? Why do you leave it gray?
Because I'm a man.
Saw that coming.
I tell Charles Dixon the same thing. He goes, "Hey, bro, why don't you?" I'm like, that's
Yeah,
like,
but you can like you can like half dye it. Like I half dyed mine today. So
guys that dye their hair is just as weird as guys that paint their fingernails. I don't know. What to
no,
tell
it's not. Guys who dye their face is the same as guys who shave their balls. That's the same.
That's not even.
That's the same. That's the same.
Wait, are we saying a guy has giant hairy balls?
Yes, guy probably doesn't shave his balls.
I have, first of all, the only place I have hair are eyebrows, eyelashes, face, and head. Everything else is not existent. Let's just throw that out there for the general public.
He's like, before this show goes a step further, my balls are
He's
shaved.
comparing changing the color of a hair to completely shaving something off.
No,
which
well,
is
I'm
not
saying
comparing.
it's manicuring your shit, like looking good. It's part of looking good. Right?
Yeah, but like the chicks like salt and pepper. You know what? Take a poll, dye your beard, or salt and pepper. Just
Okay. No, we're gonna just.
I already did that actually. So
Did
he
you
is
really?
right.
They like the salt and pepper.
No, I literally did the same thing because I was like, fuck.
Wait,
I
you
went
don't
from
dye
like a
your
little
beard.
salt and pepper to gray.
You don't
Like
dye your
overnight.
beard.
No. So that's what happened is I when my beard was growing, I was like, shit, this thing is it's salt and a little pepper.
Yeah.
Well, I got this.
So
This is a lot more sodium than it is pepper, pal.
Yeah. So I posted and I said, hey, leave it or dye it. And I'm not kidding you. It was like 98% leave it the fuck alone.
No.
I
There's no
swear to
way.
God. I swear to you.
Maybe all the women that follow you are old.
Wait, do you dye your beard, Fouad?
Yeah, I did today.
He does a touch-up dye.
But
But
it's
I do,
still gray.
but I do like a little. I don't want it like black because then it looks fucking stupid. I want it to.
Yeah,
look,
but I can still see the gray.
I know that's what I want, but it was really gray this morning. So I don't want to look like I don't want to look totally metro.
Can you walk me through the process of which you do that?
Okay, I will. So you're supposed to.
Finally, we're into some gold.
All right. So
This
Now
is
people
why
are
he wants
learning.
to be on this podcast because I go hard left right away.
Here for 37 seconds, like
So you
explain
have
your fucking life.
your hair dye for men, your little box, and it's got two tubes, right? One's dye and one's like the bleach, and you mix them together, and you have a little brush, and you supposed to mix it all up, and then you paint your fucking beard with it, right? If you leave it on really long, the whole beard will be black. If you leave it on for like half the time, you get like a kind of natural look.
So you still cover the whole thing.
Yeah, I still cover all the gray areas, but I just don't let it sit for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but doesn't it like I feel like my beard is like either pitch black or white. I feel like if I do that, if I ever put stuff in my beard, I didn't ever want people to be like, oh, I could tell you dye your beard.
Well, if I were you,
That's weird.
it's harder to do it when it's already that long. Like if I did it now, and then the hair will grow black because the underneath shit is growing in gray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
So the hair that's dyed will stay dyed and it'll grow out. So
Yeah, but what happens when you shower? It's got to come come out a little bit.
yeah, not a lot though. Like it actually stays for quite a while.
I know it's like a lot of stuff.
My beard's never been that fucking long either. Your shit
It's
looks
not even that long.
your shit looks like Osama, man.
I'll shave it tonight, and I'll look like fucking Dusty by the time I go to bed.
That's the issue right there, though, man. Is you guys, if you put too much effort in Fouad, you're raising expectations
For who?
in life. See, this is my vision on people. See, a guy like me, who's definitely like a hard 6 out of 10.
The hard 6?
You don't want to put in you don't want to be shooting for the moon here because they're like, dude, he's trying his ass off and he's still a 6. If I'm like lazy,
Yeah,
they're
but
like, well, maybe he'd be a 7 if he tried, but I wouldn't.
But maybe you would. Maybe if you gave a little effort.
Oh no, I tried. I was still a 6.
It didn't matter. Didn't do
Damn
anything.
it. Still a 6. Son of a bitch. I got to be funny.
Dusty, ready for this? I have like Dusty has like the like I just shaved like shadow. So last year, this was the funniest. I was in the gym and I just shaved maybe 2 days ago, and this fucking guy, he's got to be 60 years old, maybe 50. He's had to be at least 60. He comes up to me and he goes, from a dude, he goes, man, I have to say, he goes, you looked like a fucking badass with your beard. He goes, but now that you shaved, he goes, it's an even like more badass statement. He's like, because with the beard, you expect to be a badass. He's like, but now that you shaved it, it's like, look at me now. I'm even tougher without a beard. And I was like, I've never heard that before, so I really don't know what to say.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to you right now, sir.
I was like, I don't really know how to fucking take this.
Sounds like he's hitting on you.
Did you get a free drink out of this? A meal?
Yeah.
What'd you get? What did he take you?
Did he gay for pay you or something?
Oh, is that where the fucking $3,000 in my bank account came from?
Yes.
Hey, how many guys do you know have actually done gay for pay? Because I did a thing about bodybuilders making money, and everybody thinks it's gay for pay. And I'm like, I don't know anybody who's done that shit.
Like,
I know some.
gay for pay. Like,
I don't know any.
Like you got it. There's a lot of weird shit out there.
Well, gay for pay isn't gay for pay when like someone you do like a webcam posing or something like that.
I don't know.
I counted even softer than that though, like because I think some of these guys I think some of these pictures guys are taking that are pretty gay for pay.
I have a friend who's an amateur bodybuilder that I know that he like didn't believe this was going to happen. He was at an amateur show. I was actually at the show in the hotel when this happened. And some guy came by for 15 minutes while he posed in his posing trunks. The guy sat in the corner of the room while he just hit his mandatories, gave him $1,000 cash and walked out.
Where? In his room?
No, in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's not gay because this guy's like, is your buddy wearing trunks?
Yeah, trunks. Like, are you asking, like, when you say gay for pay, does that mean like somebody posed for somebody?
No. My version of gay for pay is somebody messages you and says, I want to watch you pose on your webcam and I'll pay you $50 to watch you pose on your webcam.
I honestly don't know anybody. I don't know. I don't even.
To me, that's gay for pay, right? Because the guy on the other side of the camera is getting off. So that's gay for pay.
Yeah. And so you're saying if the bodybuilder is naked and the other guy's getting off, it's gay for pay?
I don't even think you have to be naked. I think if the guy's getting off, it's gay for pay.
Okay.
Right? Like if you're posing for your coach, it's not gay for pay.
No.
But if the guy happened to be watching you do that while you're.
But if the guy's jerking off while you're posing, even if you're wearing
I honestly think it's more. I mean, I think it's more of the amateurs that would. I don't know. I really can't. I know some guys that done some funky posing.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy that passed away that used to be like notorious for it? That was like rich because he did it. Derek, was it Derek something?
Oh, Anthony.
Derek Anthony, yes.
Yeah, Derek Anthony. He used to do it. That's the only person I know of that like did it.
There's guys that compete in the open that there are many pictures of them getting certain things rammed in their orifices.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Who?
Careful with Google.
Oh, don't even put me on the spot. I'll text you.
No, I'm not doing it. No,
I'll text you.
Are they top tier?
There are pictures of open bodybuilders that have won shows with pictures of dick in butt.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You can actually, you know what? You want to know who you can thank? Jose fucking Raymond, because he finds the scummiest shit and sends it
to you.
So you can bring that bearded fucking Puerto Rican on here and he can fucking tell you, well, because he sends me shit because this guy was a 212 competitor and beat me at the show, and Jose sent me a text and he goes, look who you just got beat by. And sent me a picture of the guy with a schmeckle rammed up his patus.
Oh,
so.
Anyways, I don't know how we got into this area.
You asked.
You wanted to know about things we didn't know about.
How did we get off the topic? Who asked? Fouad.
Well, I think because
it all started with your beard
and then dyeing the beard and how you thought it was very feminine because it was dyeing.
Was the beard gay now that we got to? We went from beard to buttholes.
Well, like, you said I'm gay because I dye my beard.
I just said it's a little weird. As a man.
There's a whole.
But he also doesn't believe in getting. You said you also don't.
No, like women dye their hair, right? Like that's what I think. Women dye their hair. Like my mom dyes her hair because she like wants to pretend she's not 65.
But I don't think that. I think we should do a poll in the comment section. Is it wrong to dye your beard? Because honestly,
I didn't say it's wrong. I said I think it's less manly to dye your beard. That should be what it should say. Is it less manly? Is it less manly to dye your beard? Yes or no?
But that's like Jason High used to say, like it's less manly if you fucking shave your chest.
But that's
but he's wrong. That's different.
Oh, why? Oh, because you guys shave your chest. That means he's wrong.
I shave my chest because I'm a bodybuilder and we can't have chest hair, and it's annoying to fucking grow it all in and shave it all over again. So once I'm a retired bodybuilder, I'm not gonna look like a fucking swimmer.
Well, plus, you are right, though, Fouad. It is preference, because I actually did dye my beard once. I look like fucking Bluto from Popeye.
You probably dyed it way too thick, way too.
Oh, it was so dark. I shaved it off. I literally, I looked like Bluto, like literally.
See, the one
I
buy is like actually called medium brown.
Right.
Because no, I'm serious. Because I tried the one. No, I tried the one that was black once, right? I tried the one that was black, and it's exactly what Dusty. It was fucking like.
So what would I get?
You'd have to get the dark brown one.
But what happens if it doesn't come out the same color? Then I'm look like a real idiot.
That's why you get the dark brown one. Because if you get the black one, it'll be like you colored it with a fucking marker.
Like when Charles Dixon gets his done, it looks like somebody stenciled his beard on.
Yeah, that's because he's probably getting the black one, like the one that says black. Maybe he thinks it's like for his skin. Like it's like this saying, like if your skin's black, buy this one.
He is a very dark black man. That could be it.
I have to throw a little bit of racism into every
episode. No, ready for this? He showed up on the first Arnold I competed in was 2000. I did it 3 times. So 15, 16, 17. Yeah. 2015, he's walking to the Arnold after party. He had on like a custom fucking blue suit, like nice white shirt. I looked down, he had Retro 4 Jordans on. I go, you are my fucking hero, Charles. I go, that's the best thing I've seen all night.
It's a $4,000 suit and got his Jordans on.
Yeah.
Listen, before you came on, Guy, we were
with in-depth conversations.
In-depth conversation about the Olympia and commentating and how important it is.
Oh boy.
And why everybody's going ape shit. And I forget where we left off, Dusty, but since we're here now, what do you think? What do you think, Guy?
Are you asking me who should or if there should be
no, because everybody's got their own preference. I mean, you can say that. I've always said my personal preference, if there was going to be comments, like if I could choose a commentary, it would be one pro bodybuilder with at least 5 or 10 years experience, one judge, and then that's it. You just need. I feel like the bodybuilder can talk about what he thinks and the judge can talk about what's reality. And that's how the people that are listening learn.
Yeah.
So me, his tie-in, Guy, real quick, was that when you listen to Joe Rogan commentate fights, you can actually learn and become someone who knows what's happening in fights versus him just saying, yeah, I like this guy better.
Well, that's actually what happened to me because honestly, I didn't know anything about jiu-jitsu when I started watching MMA. And then, and not that I know anything about jiu-jitsu, but like I can see when he says like, oh, he's pulling an arm bar, he's pulling a Kimura, he's pulling whatever move he's talking about. I know what he's talking about when he says it. Because if you actually listen to him commentate, he doesn't just say what they're doing. He'll talk about why he's putting his knee there and his elbow there. And, oh, he's getting into this move or that move. And you start to pick all these things up. And I'm like, it would be really cool to have a bodybuilder sitting there commentating, not saying, you know, oh, that guy looks like shit this time.
Yes.
But instead saying, well, he's probably holding a little bit of water. He looks like he's a little bit, you know, out. But this is some of the good stuff. This is some of the stuff he needs to work on. And this is why he's probably going to end up in 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
Right.
So the person watching goes, oh, okay, now I know why my guy didn't win.
Well, I'll say this. The first thing that I can't stand that every commentator does, and it drives me nuts, I hate when I watch the Arnold and they're doing their routines to music and they fucking talk during the routines. It is probably
told you.
Okay, wait. I was going to say something when Dusty brought this up because he brought it up just before you came on.
It is my biggest fucking – because if you're going to compare it to a Joe Rogan during a fight, it's not, because you can do that during the fucking mandatories. Don't do that during the routine. I want to listen to the music. I want to see the routine. I want to see how they're hitting the pose on the beat. When fucking the guys are yapping in the background, it's annoying and I fucking can't stand it.
Okay, can I just say one thing? Because I do agree with you both, but I also try and understand from a viewership point of view, right? So one, they might be explaining the poses, where they came from, could be interesting. 2, dead air is never a good thing on any broadcast anywhere.
Not dead air, though, it's music.
3, what I think would be really awesome, and I don't know how you would do this, but if you could click off and listen to the music and had an option.
Right.
Like if I was talking
yeah, that's fine. If you have but when you don't, I actually am interested in the music.
I agree with you. I do agree with you.
It's like perfect example. They talk during the women's fitness routines.
Yeah.
And like the whole point of the routine is for, like, the point of our routine is for the music, for the audience. And if I'm an audience member watching it, I don't want to hear Sean Ray or Bob Ciccarello or anybody talk.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care how great your voice is. I want to listen to the music and watch the competitor who put together a routine to be on that stage. That's what I want to see.
I remember watching One Olympia. I can't remember who was commentating. I don't know if it was Dennis James or Bob Ciccarello. I don't remember who the fuck it was, but they did a really cool thing. Like, they would start coming out to the routines. They would talk kind of in the beginning, but then they would be like, let's just watch the routine. And then they would stop talking.
Yep.
So they might have like cut off a little bit of the first part of the music, but you still got a sense of what it was.
Yes.
Because there was enough time. I think that's the way that should be done, is maybe you're not silent for the full 3 minutes, but, you know, for at least 2 minutes of it, you don't say anything and let the fucking audience, because that's also something that people watching should get a sense of, is
you want to hear the audience and how excited. I agree.
What about too? I think too, with our sport, the difference is you don't have a ton of people. I mean, let's be honest, it's not easy. You don't pop on the television, bump into the Olympia. Yeah. So if you're watching it, you know what you're watching to a degree.
Yes. Yeah.
So you want to listen, because there's definitely songs and things like where it absolutely impacts. I remember the first year that Kamali did the Olympia, and I was never a huge fan of him, but he came out to a Phil Collins song, and he came out with his eyes closed to the routine, and the song is playing in the background. And when it got to the point, it said, "I've been waiting for this moment my whole life," he pointed at the stage.
Yeah.
Well, that's a huge impact when you're talking about the Olympia and his first Olympia.
Yeah.
Guess what? It wasn't covered on the video of the Olympia because they were talking.
Oh.
So I had no idea why his eyes were closed. I have no idea why he's pointing at the stage. It lost all impact. Whereas I was there, it was like chills, like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, it's funny. We were talking about also, Guy, me and Dusty were talking about the 90s guys and how they don't go about applauding nowadays bodybuilders that well.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. Me and Paul were talking about it. Actually, we're on a road trip, and he's like, how come Arnold never did that? You've never fucking heard Arnold say, my era was better. The guy has the biggest show in bodybuilding after the Olympia. Now a number of them. So he's helping promote the sport that way.
Yeah.
The guy, I remember listening to him on TV, on ESPN when bodybuilding was on TV. And he would talk, he would show they would be doing like the live stream of the Arnolds on ESPN. And all you hear Arnold commentating, going, look at the deltoids and look at the this and look at the that. And he would be promoting whoever the fuck was on stage.
Right.
How come Arnold, probably one of the cockiest, biggest egos in bodybuilding, didn't take that role of, oh, look at the 70s guys, we're the greatest, and continued to promote the sport? Even the 80s guys, like I don't remember Lee Haney ever saying, wow, the 80s was better. It's just that block in the 90s where they just don't seem to like want to promote the rest.
Are you talking about like the
I'll say names, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about
you're talking about like Flex Wheeler, Sean Ray, like those guys who are like
the top six. Yeah. I feel like I just
after
don't.
the Generation Iron interview, like they were all like nobody like art, like Chris Cormier, like all those guys.
And the reason it's disappointing is because I looked up to those guys. I didn't start following bodybuilding until like the year 2000. But when I started, I looked back and I was like, wow, these guys are incredible, right? So they were all like guys I looked up to. And it's disheartening to see them like not.
I think everybody wants to believe their era is the best.
No, but that's my point, is have you seen a Lee Haney interview where he's like, those guys suck?
No.
But you have a fear of being lost.
And you know what's crazy is that most of the commentating I do see, they pick out a couple good things, but if you watch the commentary, it'll be about 10 negatives for every 3 positives they talk about the competitor.
Right.
Yeah.
That I don't like either.
I just want to know why, because it was just such a good point that Paul brought up. I'm like, it's crazy that he's that right, that the 80s, that didn't happen in the 80s, and it didn't happen in the 70s. It's literally just that era.
I think that this is my feel of it. Arnold is so good and Haney, and I shouldn't say good just as an athlete, but as in what he left in the sport, he's not fearful that someone else is going to take it away. Like, I feel like these guys, they have to remind you they were awesome so you don't forget. And it's like, no one's going to forget anyways if you just shut the fuck up. I mean, you can't look back at a 90s show or even a 90s USA and not be like, holy shit.
Yeah, but don't you think they would be remembered in such a better light if they were like acting more like big brothers instead of fucking throwing banana peels?
No, I think so for sure. But I mean, here, and I like to use Cormier as an example because he's a friend of mine. I also watch him throw fits after shows and, in my opinion, embarrass himself when his athlete doesn't do as good as he thinks he should have.
Yeah.
I mean, we're friends. I would tell that. I mean, here, he'll listen to this. Like, I'd tell him to his face, like, you hurt your legacy for the guys who didn't know you then. Because that's the thing I think we all have to remember is, you know, if you're like Haney is respected, but I never watched Lee Haney compete. Yeah. But he's the man, and I fucking know it. And all he does is promote positive. So on the flip, if I didn't watch Cormier and I do look back, I'm like, yeah, but he kind of seems like a bitter this.
Me and Ben had this conversation, and he thinks it's okay because he says that guys like Chris or Milos or whoever, they're coaches first and bodybuilders second. And I'm like, no, you're wrong. They're bodybuilders. They're bodybuilders.
Coaches if they weren't bodybuilders first.
Well, it's not only what they do, but like figuratively, they're bodybuilders first. They will always be bodybuilders first because they've reached iconic status. Milos will always be fucking Milos. No one's ever going to think of Milos as the coach. When you think of the coach, you think of Chris Aceto, Hani, whatever. When you think of Milos, you think of a fucking bodybuilder, the guy, right? You think of Chris Cormier. You don't think of Chris Cormier, the fucking coach. No. You think of the bodybuilder, right? So I think when someone like Chris or Milos or whatever is throwing a fit about their athlete, they forget that their iconic status is bigger than their coaching status.
That makes perfect sense.
And they're ruining their legacy by forgetting that they're legends first, right?
No, you're right.
So I think also too in the 90s, this is just how I look at it. From the 80s to 90s was the biggest transition where I think the money went from subpar to where the contracts got very, very big in the 90s. And that's where the guys had the highs. And then it come the 2000s, mid 2000s, that's where your lows were. So those guys from the 90s into the early 2000s were at the peak of bodybuilding when they had the most. And a lot of them went from having the most to having nothing. So I think a lot of those guys in the 90s, and I'm not going to say names, but we all know who they are. But if you don't stay relevant or do something to like maintain some sort of relevancy in the sport, like a lot of these guys fall off and then they want to come back and then they don't become relevant anymore because once you fall off the face of the earth and you try to come back, it doesn't really work. So I think a lot of the 90s bodybuilders that say that are more because they hold a grudge because they from the 1990 to like 2005 was like the peak of where you made the most money possibly in
body. It was just before the recession, the crash in 2007. But do you?
I think that's why. I think they have I think they have a bad taste in their mouth because
this is another theory I thought of was bodybuilding kind of went like this: 70s, right? 80s guys were better, 90s guys were better, and then some people are like the 2000s guys aren't better. So these guys at the 90s, because they peaked, they're like, we have a chip on our shoulder. Because then it's like I don't personally think that, but they think it's like this afterwards.
Right.
I think they think it's like this because once Ronnie started winning, it was like it was like he was kind of like first, second, and third every time.
But even if you take after Ronnie's era, like if you go to if you asked a 90s bodybuilder what's after 2010, they would be like, it's like, there's like Phil and Kai, everybody else is shit. That's what they say.
Right. No, I
know I've literally heard an interview with Dorian where he's like, Phil's good. He would compare with the guys of the 90s. He says it like nonchalantly too. Like he would compare. I'm like, first of all, Phil would destroy anybody in the 90s.
Yes.
Except
Ronnie is probably all I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I consider Ronnie a 2000s guy. I don't consider him
even though in '98. Yeah,
even though he competed in the '90s and won '98, I still consider him like a 2000s guy. But anyway, the point is like they just say Phil's great, Kai's pretty good, everybody else, and then everybody else is shit.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
But we could go back to the 90s bodybuilders and looked at 99% of the guys and literally go, every one of their hams and legs, or 90% of them look like dog shit. None of them mostly had shredded glutes.
Yeah.
All of them fucking were watery from the waist down. Fucking half of them never had a fucking hamstring or a line in their ass. So, like, you can talk about the 90s conditioning. There wasn't that many guys peeled in the 90s.
Well,
you got to remember the game changed, right? Though, I mean, it's like if you're a 90s basketball fan, you're that's what I'm saying. I'm supporting what you're saying. Is if you're a 90s basketball fan or hockey fan like I am, the game is totally different now.
Yes.
But wait a minute.
So is bodybuilding. Like, you can't even get a look if your hams and glutes aren't in. I don't give a shit what you look like.
But the thing is, like, I don't want to get into that debate, because if you look at the 90s, there are a lot of shows where, like, Flex Wheeler's got shredded glutes, and then there's a bunch where he doesn't have shredded glutes, and then there's a bunch where, you know, Lee Priest is shredded, and then somewhere he's not shredded, and you know what I mean? Like, there's somewhere Dorian.
I love Lee, but he was never shredded from.
There's some.
I don't remember Flex Wheeler ever having shredded glutes, but okay.
Well, go back to the '93 Arnold. Go back to '93
Right.
Arnold.
I said Lee Priest.
Flex Wheeler '93 Arnold is fucking peeled head to toe, right?
Right.
And same with Kevin Levrone. Like, back then, like in the earlier years, he was fucking shredded. But so I don't want to have the debate like, oh, we're better than 90s or the 90s.
Well, it's not better. It's just different.
I just want to know why the debate for me is not who's better, because everybody has a preference.
Right.
I just want to know why this is their attitude. And it's a really shit attitude, I feel like. Like, Generation Iron has multiple videos out of Dorian Yates basically shitting on bodybuilding.
Right. You can't really speak across the board, but I can tell you guys from experience, I started working with Cormier when he first kind of started coming back in the game.
Yeah.
As a coach.
Yeah.
And he had nothing on a personal level. Like you said, Guy, he was at the peak, he was making fat cash, and it was all gone. And I remember my assistant at the time, because I owned the businesses and stuff, so I literally had someone to help me with a ton of shit. I literally said to her, because she knew bodybuilding, I said, can you remind him who the fuck he is?
Yeah.
Because if he asks me one more time what I think, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
You tell me what to do. You are the man. I am the student. Tell me what to do.
That's where I think it comes from.
Yeah, and that's I agree with you, because that is where I think, so it's almost like I almost feel like in some of their cases, not Dorian obviously, but in some of their cases, they're almost trying to remind themselves and saying it out loud and telling all of us, because I had to say that, like, hey, if he can't remember that he's the fucking man, then I can't work with him.
Dude, a lot of these guys forget. Dude, I've been to the Arnold and the Olympia and go to see Charles at like the Optimum Nutrition booth, and they have the guy handing out samples or people taking samples, and I'm like, do these people know who the fuck he is?
Yeah.
Like, and not only that, why the fuck are you handing out samples?
Yeah.
You are fucking Charles Glass, one of the best trainers in the world, and people are walking by you like that. It's just I think once you get forgotten, you get a little bitter.
Right.
Yeah, but I know
what you mean, because you're not seeing that from other levels of bodybuilders. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever come with an answer of why they're doing what they're doing.
I don't think I'll ever be like that, regardless. I mean, I was never as great as some of those guys, so maybe that's why. But I don't think I'll ever shit talk any bodybuilders, like as a generation.
And I'd say this though too: you have a lot of old bodybuilders that were the greats, some even Mr. Olympias that are non-existent, and then you have these fucking loser Instagram famous people who have all this following, and I think that's where a lot of animosity comes from, because a lot of status or how good or bad you are comes from Instagram, and you have so many of these older bodybuilders from the 90s that, like Melvin Anthony and all these guys that were fucking phenomenal, but they're not on social media.
Yeah, but that's not fair, man. Look,
absolutely it is. How can you say it's not fair from somebody
I'll tell you,
50 years old and one of the best bodybuilders of all time and who's a legend?
I'll tell you why.
Isn't really active on social media. That's absolutely a great argument.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm not mad at fucking Bradley Martin. I've put in way more fucking...
I'm not saying...
I know that,
I'm
but
answering
it's
your question.
No, I know, but it's the same thing. I'm saying, why are they mad? I could, by that standard, I could be pissed off too. I'm like, well, fuck him. He didn't compete.
You don't know a lot of people that are mad that Bradley fucking Martin or Bradley Castleberry or fucking.
I do.
A ton of people.
I do, but I'm saying.
So there's your answer.
No. But I'm saying it's not right.
I agree with you.
People bitch when the game changes, though.
Yes.
And the bottom line is, I mean, here, I hate to do this. I'm not talking about all of these individuals, but that's how you fall into loser status, because it's the same as people who, I mean, sit back and say, you know, like when the internet started hitting, well, I'm just going to run my business like this. I'm like, cool. Well, then the internet's going to kill you.
Yeah.
You're going to die. And it's the same with this. Like, if you don't look, we all shifted. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really shift too much because my goal was always this angle. But I mean, even you, Guy, like, you're a prime example where you're a great bodybuilder, but because you have a brain and you said, oh, the game's changing, I'm going to continue being a great bodybuilder, but I'm also going to start doing more of this shit.
Yeah.
And when you're done bodybuilding, your relevance will not go away.
Wait a minute.
This is, I can't wait. Go ahead.
No, this is bullshit. Listen to this.
This is bullshit.
I'll tell you why it's bullshit. Because you can be the guy that doesn't want to advance and still not be a fucking asshole. Like,
true.
Give you an example. Dorian Yates, greatest one of, if not, some people think is the GOAT, right? Or if not, maybe second or third, whatever.
Yeah.
He's living in paradise. You see him fucking doing yoga, and he's riding a bike, and he's on the beach, and he fucking preaching fucking peace, and we're all connected. And then he goes and does a video, and he's like, "Fuck those guys, they suck."
Right.
I'm like, okay, those two things aren't matching up. You're supposed to be the guy.
What the argument is, though.
The argument is he didn't get along with the times and start putting out videos, doing YouTube. But it doesn't mean that he has to be bitter. He could just be like, you know what? I don't do that shit. Good for them. They're making money. That's who they are. I still want.
I'm not calling him that, but that's called jealousy, bro.
No, I know, but I'm saying what I'm saying is not an excuse. It's still bullshit.
I agree. Put it like this. Yeah. Did you see what I put on my story yesterday? Somebody came on my page. Of course you didn't.
I don't watch stories. Not just you. I don't watch anybody's stories.
He watches all of mine. I see every time it's story.
Why is I watch? I don't watch stories. I don't know. What the fuck am I supposed to watch stories too?
Oh, and I'm supposed to watch his podcast? This is great.
No, nobody watches this podcast. I don't expect anybody to watch. I don't even know why anybody watches this shit. It's like fucking pointless.
I had somebody come on my page, right? I posted something and literally said, I can't have respect for somebody who does what you do and doesn't work a 9 to 5 because I know people that do this. And I went on my story and I go, wait a second. You mean to tell me that you don't have respect for me because I am so successful at what I do? Because when I turned pro, I was working at HSBC 40 hours a week, doing 75 minutes of cardio twice a day on Palumbo's keto diet, and went from 220 to 175 and turned pro and worked after that. And I stopped working a 9 to 5 in 2011 when BSN gave me my first contract because I was making plenty of money to pay my bills and do other things. And as time went on, the money went like this. So should I feel bad that now in my life at 38 years old, I should fucking be frowned upon because I don't have to work a 9 to 5? I'm like, that's that generation looking at me.
Yeah.
So it's generation to generation, bro. I view those the millennials like fucking douche knuckles.
That's not generation. That's just a fucking moron.
That's just a moron. That's one person.
No, that's just a fucking retard.
No, that's just self-righteous. Everybody wins. Nobody takes second. Everybody gets a sticker for everything because everybody is even and nobody wins or loses.
No, that person's just not using their fucking brain because they don't realize that we had to go through something to get to the point where we don't have to work a 9 to 5.
Right.
Yes, but guys like me, guys like the older bodybuilder, like you were saying, Dorian, they probably have no clue what Bradley Martin had to get to go through, even though he's not a pro, to get to the status that he got.
All I'm saying is, okay, what I'm saying is this. Dusty's point was, if you didn't progress with the times, you're probably bitter, which is true. That's a true statement. But I'm like, my point is, it doesn't have to be that way. You can be the guy who's like, you know what? I do yoga, I bike ride, I fucking live on a beach, and I have a fucking hot wife, and I'm like, this is my life. I don't want to do that internet stuff. Good for them, and just fucking pat them on the back and move on with your life.
Right.
You don't
have asking why they're doing it. So why they're doing it? They're like the old 80-year-old neighbor that has nothing to do but call the cops on the people on the street that are fucking speeding every day, like they do over here.
Yeah,
Some people got nothing better to fucking do.
You know what? It's a dead argument because I'm not going to get an answer. I just think it's shit. I think if you're Dorian Yates, you're the epitome of fucking. You know why it makes me angry? Because I was just saying this to Paul yesterday. I'm not inspired by very many people.
Right.
One of the people, like when it comes to work ethic, and one of the people that inspires me is Dorian Yates. The other is Michael Jordan. And I'm like,
right.
You're the fucking guy. You're the fucking guy. When I started bodybuilding, I was like, you were the guy who ate, slept, breathed, fucking wouldn't go out with his wife, sacrificed your entire life, won the Olympias. You're the guy.
Yeah.
Right.
And now you're the guy on Generation Iron who just shits on everybody. It's a far fall from grace, is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's just disappointing to see the guy who, like, you know what? There's some people just when they speak, it's meaningful.
Right.
Like Evan doesn't talk a lot, right? When he does, you're like, what do you say? Like, I
catch this. Yeah.
I need to know what he said, right? Dorian's like that. Dorian has that, like, I'm not going to talk a lot, but when I do talk, people are going to listen.
Yeah.
It's disappointing to see somebody in that position saying those things. That's all my point is. And I guess I'm never going to get a why, but it's like, you just kind of wish it wasn't like that because of where I had it. Like when you put somebody on a pedestal, you're like, fuck, right? So maybe my fault for putting that person there, right?
I don't put many people on pedestals, bro. Not no more.
You don't have any inspiration people? I mean, like the first person that inspired me was my father, but like you don't have anybody you look at that's like inspires you to work harder or do more? Yeah, you do. Like Jay. Jay's like that for you.
Jay is somebody that I look up to because I'm inspired by his work ethic and his business sense and how he was able to build an empire off of being a bodybuilder. But when people literally people go, oh, like motivate you, bro, when I swear to God, besides my parents, the only thing that motivates me every day is the fact that I wake up every day. And people think that's cliche. And I'm like, you could say whatever. I don't watch motivational videos. I don't have to listen to motivational speeches. I don't have to fucking watch anybody's YouTube. I just need to wake up. And if I wake up, I'm ready to fucking rock and roll for the day.
I agree with you. Listen,
but it's not motive. He's not talking about motivation.
I'm not talking about motivation.
He's talking about
no, I don't.
People that
nobody
inspires
me. What inspires me to fucking be better is the fact that I have 24 hours to be better.
This is what I mean. It's not motivation. It's inspiration, meaning like by accident. So I didn't search out Dorian Yates's day, right? But if I'm reading through a Flex magazine and I read an article and I'm like, wow, look at the fuck, this guy does this, and this. I'm like, that's inspiring. I could probably do more in my own life. Or like for a more recent example, when I watched The Last Dance, that documentary they did on the Bulls. I don't know if you've seen it, Guy, but when I watched The Last Dance, I've watched it twice now. I'm like, this guy's fucking insane. I'm like, this is not a normal level of hard work. Like, I know people who work hard. This is another fucking level. Like this is an obsessive compulsive.
So you're gonna laugh. You want to know the only fucking thing when you said that stands out in my head, and everybody's gonna be like Rocky, and I'm gonna go no. All you fucking we're about to throw the fucking Italian race card at me. Kiss my ass.
Horn on your neck? Never mind.
I was fucking short. I played football, and I was always fucking I was always the underdog. So the movie Rudy, I watched.
Oh my God!
I fucking hit it.
So like, and after I saw that movie, I was like obsessed with Notre Dame and like watch Notre Dame and like I wanted to go play ball at Notre Dame. Like that was that is literally the only thing. And that like kind of fucking describes like the relentlessness of like how I got to where I am. Like that's just
at least my fucking guys are real.
Rudy, that's based on a real story, you asshole.
But it's not.
It was a faulty story.
It was ready for this? Ready for this? No, time out. I'm gonna shut you up right now. Ready for this? The motherfucker actually came and spoke at my high school. That's how I know it's real. He actually, the guy who actually that movie was based around spoke at my high school.
So we just found out Guy's early influence into bodybuilding. Or into football and then bodybuilding, I guess. But you met Rudy.
I hope this episode gets fucking taken off.
No, I'm putting this, but this is going to be a teaser. This is going to be.
No, you ask for the fucking truth. You're like a girlfriend. Just give me the truth and I won't fucking be mad. And you're like, here's the truth. You fucking motherfucker.
No, I think it's great.
That's literally the only thing I can think of.
Hey, I don't have a lot of them.
Or I could say Latimer from the program and everybody's going to be like, you said.
No. For me, it was honestly, I don't have a lot. It's like my dad's one.
Well, my dad was the first thing I said.
Yeah. Reading stories about Dorian Yates, I'm like, wow. And then just recently when I watched The Last Dance, I was like, that guy's fucking insane. And I like that. That kind of insanity inspires me. That's all.
Yeah.
Dusty, you got anybody?
Oh, God. Yeah, but mine is the opposite. I like, for example, Michael Jordan's trainer. I read his book, Tim Grover.
Yeah. He inspired you?
Yeah, Relentless, the book.
Yeah.
Because it's written about highlighting who you are already.
Yeah.
Like, here, Guy, have you read that book, Guy?
No.
Okay. You don't have to. But he categorizes things. And a cleaner is Michael Jordan. Okay. He is someone who that is what he does. Guy, that's you. Like, you're that way too. And the funny thing is, if you were to, and Fouad, actually, in a lot of ways, so are you. You and I are similar in that if you were to listen to that or read that book, you would say to yourself, I'm probably not that, because you elevate everyone else up like a Michael Jordan, things like that. But by the end, you'd realize, like, no, that's definitely me. I don't go about it the same way. But that's what I like, is something like that where I'm not inspired by just, oh, Michael Jordan did this. I did actually love that series, and same thing. I think everybody should watch it. But when you read something like that, like you said, Fouad, is you walk away and say, as good as I'm doing, I can do more.
Yeah.
And I think that's different. It's not motivation. It's what we talked about earlier, where I said, okay, yeah, I'm doing well, but fuck, I haven't touched YouTube. That's 10 grand a month sitting over there.
It's not motivation. It's a wake-up call.
Yeah, it's a smack in the face. I mean, here, I've had people asking me to make T-shirts for a year, and I'm like, oh, I got to get around to that.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking
It's
dumb.
like when you know what it's equivalent to? It's equivalent to when you think you train hard, and then you train with somebody who actually trains hard.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing in business. It's like you think you're doing pretty good in business. Oh, I got some T-shirts. And then you sit down with an actual business guy, and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on 10 things.
But then you go do them. Yeah.
But that's what watching the Last Dance did for me.
Right.
Watching Michael Jordan do what he does, I'm like, holy fuck, there's like 15 more levels. Like you just said in that book, like, you know, me and Guy and you, and we're all like Jordan, and we're all like in the same group. And I'm like, yeah, but there's levels in that group.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like, for example, there's a story, and I'm not going to rape it, so I'm going to do a quick synopsis, but of Kobe Bryant, where he went down before a game, and he's warming up, doing his usual routine, which usually takes a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And a young athlete came in and started doing his at the other end, shooting as well. Well, Kobe just keeps going and going. He stops, sits on the side, watches Kobe for another 20, 30 minutes. Then Kobe proceeds to drop 50 on him that night. And after the game, he comes up to him. He says, Kobe, like, why did you practice so long before the game? Like, is that normal? And he said, no. I did that to make sure you understood that no matter what you're willing to do, I'll do more.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I like.
And that's what I mean, is it's like, there is definitely levels to this shit. Yeah. But when you hear something like that, like, I'm not naturally a Kobe Bryant, or I'd already have fucking T-shirts made. Yeah. But I aspire to do better. So every now and then you get smacked in the face. I got smacked in the face. The YouTube thing was from a friend of mine who's nowhere near me as far as visually. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, he's making more money off YouTube than I am. Yeah. Yeah. That's dumb. And the cool thing is, like you said, Fouad, yeah, you're making money, but you're providing a service that also makes money. I'm happy I'm helping pay you by watching your video, watching the commercials. I'm the idiot that, for friends, waits till the end of the commercial and then clicks the link because I know you get more money. And then I come back. Oh, you don't. I got you, dude. No, I swear to God. I swear to God. On the very first ones, because I'm getting my cardio warmed up, I watch the fucking Chevy commercial, I click it, and I come back, and I'm like, Fouad makes extra money.
See, that's exactly what we're talking about. See, now I'm like,
I didn't even fucking know that. How's that?
wait a minute.
If you watch a full video or watch a full commercial, you make more money in your account, Fouad. If I click it and I go to their page, you make even more money.
Okay,
I didn't know.
This is so fucking funny. This is exactly what we're talking about. We're talking. We're just saying. You think you train hard until you train with somebody who works harder.
Right.
You think you're nice until you meet somebody nicer. I would never watch your fucking commercials. I just skip.
Hey, Fouad, I think that goes without saying, Dusty, because he fucking doesn't even watch our stories with your So I don't know what the fuck he's bragging about. Like he's fucking
we never thought you were that nice to begin with.
I have to watch. Okay, wait a minute. Watching stories is like a nice thing to do. Like you have to watch people's stories.
I literally have. I don't watch a ton of stories, but people have literally go, well, I guess you didn't watch my story then. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch it.
Can I watch it now?
People get like
offended. Tag me if you want me to watch it is what I always say.
Yeah.
But don't I have enough shit to do in a day? I got to watch everybody's stories.
Not mine, but definitely guys.
Hey, you changed the time of your podcast 3 days in a row.
Yeah, that's your fault.
It's your fault. Donna got extra time at the park today because of you. Good job.
Me?
Okay, the first time was your fault. The second time was my fault.
The first time you changed it, we agreed, and then you just like completely went ghost.
No, but I'm saying like you said originally we said 1 o'clock, and then you said I need to go later, so we'll go 7.
That was 3 days ago.
Yeah, so I said okay, so you changed the first time.
Yes, and then today you changed it.
And then I changed it.
And then you didn't respond to me until 45 minutes later when I already started eating.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you want to eat on the show. I got in trouble for that once. It's a good call.
No, I had to go to the gym. My gym's closed at 9. And like I got to get in.
Because I was trying to fit another podcast in before this one.
Oh, so you're being selfish. So we learned something else today, Dusty.
Oh boy, he's not nice and he's selfish.
Doesn't watch stories, and he's a son of a bitch.
I'm not selfish. I'm trying to make everybody's schedules work.
You had the free pass on mine because I moved the one thing that's actually scheduled in my life, which is my training. And then you're like, can you do 7:30? I'm like, I can do fucking whatever.
Dusty's the best. I'm like, Dusty, you do 7? He's like, yeah. I'm like, 7:30? He's like, yeah. I'm like, 8? He's like, sure.
It was fine until you changed it.
Yeah. Guy gets really upset. It's like if I have to be like on time.
Bro, because I'm never on time, and I'm on time for your ass, and your ass is never on time. You're the only thing in my entire life.
Look, I'm trying to manage like 100 things at a time right now. I'm fucking the one thing.
My training partners are pissed that I'm always on time for these shows. Like, they know that if I say that we're starting at 11, that they can get there around 11:15, and I'm gonna come in and talk to some people for a while before we get started.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Every time I'm on time at the gym with my training partners, they're late, and I go, this is why I'm never on time, because when I'm on time, I flip it. And when I'm late, I know I got to wait for nobody.
It's your fault that I'm late. That's why. Yeah. That's perfect.
You should be here on time just in case I'm on time.
Yeah, like you're training with me.
There's the truth. Like I'm a pro. I'm a pro.
So, ready for this?
You know who I am.
I had a buddy. I had 2 friends, 2 days ago, call me, and they wanted me to change my lifting time around them because they wanted to train with me. And I go, no. I go, this is the first year. I said, I am not. I go, I would always move my fucking schedule around, say yes, wait, fucking sacrifice. I go, from now on, I go, if you guys want to train, I go, you guys train with fucking me. I said, I don't train with you. I said, I can do what I do by myself. I said, so you're either on my time or fucking you're by yourself. I said, I'm not doing this shit no more.
I've done that many, many times actually, because Paul's got 2 kids and he's got a job. And he's like, hey, I got to work this shift this time. I got to work this shift that time. I got to pick up my kids at this time. And I'm like, look, when I'm 8 weeks out from a show, I'm not changing my fucking time.
Yeah, nope.
Like, we'll set the time.
Make it serious.
I got to be there at this time. Like, and it's like Guy said, like, I can do this by myself if I have to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to have a partner at the gym with me.
Yep.
So I would rather have a partner, but
it does make it easier. That I will.
But I don't like, it's weird because some people are like able to go to the gym at any time of the day.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't.
For me, once I get a time set, that's when I want to go.
Yes.
And it stresses me out if I don't. So Anyway,
You know, it's all based on my food, so it definitely can't be changed on the fly. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I'm a 2-meal train guy. I want to train each guys in the gym.
Right. Yep.
Speaking of food, me and Dusty have been on for 2 hours, so I'm going to go pig out, Guy, and I feel like eating McDonald's after we had a good conversation about McDonald's now. And actually, I'm going to take some pictures and send them to you, Guy, because I know how much you love McDonald's.
I hope you fucking blow your O-ring out tonight. I just don't see.
It's so delicious. You have to try.
Like your definition of delicious is just shouldn't even be allowed to be.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Because when we were, and I think I maybe explained this before on the show. When I was growing up,
Wait, where do you live right now?
Where do I live right now? Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Okay, is Canadian McDonald's different from fucking American?
I think it's cleaner, to be honest.
Actually, I actually do think it might be. I actually do think it might be different.
It's not the food. Not the food.
When I was in Italy, Italy McDonald's was like gourmet burgers.
Well, I'm not saying that. I think the food is the same, but I'm saying
you've had McDonald's here.
Yes.
So is it grosser here?
Grosser.
Flavor.
More gross, more fucking disgusting. What do you want me to say?
No.
I'm saying because what you're saying is you're not going to submit that his Canadian is good. It's just one is grosser than the other one. I don't give a shit if you make up words. I do it all the time. But I'm saying
the flavor. Okay. The flavor is the same. The stores always seem cleaner to me.
Oh, you mean the actual inside?
Yeah, the food is not cleaner. The stores are cleaner. Like,
I was talking about the fucking food, bro.
No, it's the same shit.
Dude, what do you dine in there too?
It matters.
Wait, you actually?
I like to go and set up a placemat.
Are you fucking? I feel like only like high schoolers and 80-year-old fucking.
No, but you know, if you go through the drive-through, you can see in the fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so he judges from the outside.
It looks more organized and more clean in Canada. That's all I'm saying.
Wait. Do you eat inside?
I haven't in a long time. I have before. What's wrong with that?
In the ball pit?
I did once, yeah. I played in the playpen. Hey, McDonald's is my shit, man.
He's going to experience this shit all the way.
I need to know everything. Yeah, McDonald's and pizza, they're my shit.
1 second, I got to go play in the ball pit. I got to make sure I'm going to eat this place.
Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot what we were going with that.
You were trying to hang up on us.
I asked him if it was cleaner, and you were talking about the actual shine of the floors.
It matters to me. I want to know that people are taking care of the fucking restaurant where I'm eating.
Bro, do you think anybody at McDonald's is gives a fuck about the cleanliness of that place?
It looks like it in Canada.
When you go to your drive-thru tonight, feel free to. You know what? I want you to fucking get.
I'm not going to the drive-thru. I'm going to skip the dishes.
No, I want you to just walk right in with your phone. Walk right in, take a nice video. I want to see the people behind the counter and everything. I want to see what this Canadian McDonald's fucking looks like.
Wouldn't it be hilarious?
You think that guy that's missing teeth gives a shit if the floors are clean?
Wouldn't it be hilarious? There's nobody. That's the thing. There's nobody in Canada that misses teeth. They're all like good-looking people back there.
Oh, so now you guys are better than Americans.
Let me guess. It's because we have guns and a bad president.
Now Americans are worse than Canadians.
We went from racist to countryist.
Yeah. Anyway, I forgot where we were going with that. But yeah, I'm probably going to skip it. Part of the problem with this podcast, I come on here and I talk about food with everybody, and it makes me fucking crave more shit.
What are you craving right now? Go.
Pizza and fucking McDonald's.
What kind of pizza?
Like what pizza? Yeah, you got to go depth.
Fucking probably I like more like traditional pizza. I don't like fucking fast food pizza, like Domino's and Pizza Hut.
Like a mom and pop, like brick oven.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you gained a little respect.
Oh, there's a big Windsor's actually pretty multicultural. There's a big Italian community here. Mm-hmm. And I used to manage a pizzeria for a long time. And it's like, we're actually kind of known for our pizza here.
Really?
So, yeah, it's surprisingly. But I think it's because there's so many Italians that live here. So, but yeah, I grew up on like real authentic pizza, not like fucking Pizza Hut or Domino's or any of that shit.
Ron's one of my close buddies, Morel, and he loves his like Pizza Hut,
and he lives in New York.
And I'm like, Juan, what do you do? Oh, you live in fucking Long Island, bro. He's like, I love it.
The only time I like Pizza Hut is when I'm dieting and I just want bread.
No, like that's the kind of stuff I like crave when I'm like hammered fucking drunk.
Yeah. Or that, yeah.
That's just because it's the only place open. You're obliterated and they'll deliver.
What's on Uber Eats?
Fuck.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up, I guess. Guy, how many weeks out are you from the Olympia?
It's what, 7 from Saturday?
That sounds so close.
Yeah, but not for me because I'm like, feel like I'm 2 weeks out every day.
Your fucking transformation's been insane, though.
I've never.
Those pictures are nuts.
Are you going to tell everybody the secret that you told me?
The secret is I'm on nothing.
Yeah, that's actually true.
People are not going to believe me. I'm taking I'm literally taking. Well, I'm not even going to say because I told you.
Well, you don't have to tell everybody what you're taking, but you are taking very little.
I'm taking 2 things. That's it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even taking, Dusty. I'm not even on an oral.
It's the aceto special though. You ever done that with him where you're going down? You're like, hey,
bro,
so he's like, what do you want now?
You should have heard the dude. You should have the conversation. Look at that.
Crazy compared to
that's the picture I saw. Like a
month ago, you looked like half of this guy.
And if you knew my weight in this picture, I think I told you.
You came down a lot. Yeah.
Your mind.
I think it's all because of the training I've changed.
Dude, what did I say? Did I not give you credit?
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, you actually.
People think that I don't give credit. I texted Dusty and I go, there's a combination of A and B. I go, I've never. That picture, I was just standing there to see where
checking your lighting or whatever.
And I just looked at it. I was like, lighting sucks, but it's a pretty cool picture.
No, it's good lighting.
Huh?
You're fucking round.
It's good lighting. The shadows are all.
I said this to fucking Chris. He goes, horrible. Take new pictures.
look at Jose's comment there. Did you catch that?
No, what did it say?
Click on that.
Thought this was Cedric? Oh, because he's on the porch. Craig Goliath is huge and cute.
Oh my God. I love watching everybody that actually knows you, giving you shit.
People like that make the funny comments like bust my balls. I fucking find it hysterical.
Of course. That's the funnier shit.
Isn't it weird though when someone you don't know does that though? Because you're like, you don't know me. You can't.
Because then I attack them. They're like, just chill. They're like, bro, I was just kidding. I'm like,
I know.
You don't kid with somebody you don't know like that.
That's right. That's right.
Bro, don't fucking come at me sideways. Dude, I buried you every fucking week. Come at me. 25 to the fucking grill piece.
Oh, you commented on me in this. You didn't do 25. You stopped like 3 times.
It was, first of all, the goal was to get to 25. It didn't matter how.
Not by stopping 4 times along the way.
It says
he's also doing it without oxygen because he's got a mask on.
Yeah, bro, you kidding me, Fouad? Go back to your fucking palace where you train with no mask.
Hey.
Right? Try fucking doing 5 plates and being waterboarded at the same time. Okay?
It's so fucking true. Dude, I can't even do curls waterboarded.
Bro, you see, look, first thing I do is pull the mask down because I'm fucking swallowing my fucking own sweat in.
You know what I will say though? You definitely made a transition in clothing and apparel because you're not wearing those baggy fucking pants anymore. Thank God.
See, this is where, Dusty, it's called tooting your own horn when you shouldn't. Right. Because tooting his own horn thinking that I'm wearing those fucking leg, whatever they're fucking called because of him. But Gasp and Better Bodies are like kind of like.
I didn't say it was because of me. I just said
fucking bashed my clothing and said I need to wear tighter pants.
He wants to see your physique. You're so
Guys,
he's trying to wear the fruit cup.
I think me and you were brothers, a different life.
Wait, me and you or you and Dusty?
No, you two. That's because the shit talk going back and forth.
I'm going to trim my beard.
Listen, I used to watch you train in those fucking pajama pants, and I'm like, why is he wearing fucking baggy fucking pants? What the fuck is this? The 80s? And then
comfortable, bro.
No, man, this is where it's at. I got the same pants. These are awesome.
I got the same pants.
No, I do. I have the same pants.
Guy, I'm with you.
We're both sponsored by Gas.
Slightly odd that the pants are like kind of really tight.
No, I like that. I wear tight.
They're not committing to tightness either. They're tight, but then they're loose up by your junk. And
they're tight. Well, it depends.
Wait, why are you staring at my junk?
If you have small junk, it's not.
Why is it so, for me. Listen, they got to be either loose or rodent spandex. They got to be one or the other to me.
No, you can't. First of all, I make fun of Sean. You're a man. You don't rock that look.
I wear spandex when I train legs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I do too. All black ones.
I wear it under the pants.
No, that's stupid. That look.
You under long pants?
Guy,
Walking around looking like a cross-dresser is cool.
Guy, you need fashion advice from me.
Guy, it's okay.
Why am I typing in my own name?
Undergarments on the outside of your clothes. Do another poll.
Look, these are the same pants, Guy. See?
I'm talking about spandex.
I know. I got to find them. I got them somewhere over here.
Can you please? I guarantee you will lose that bet.
What? That I shouldn't wear tights?
No, that more guys should not wear tights in the gym with.
No, because you're going to win that because you're only allowed to wear them if you're over 250 pounds. So that's why you don't. That's why you don't wear them, Guy.
Oh, really? Listen. Pick the squat bar. Listen,
there it was.
Pick the squat bar. Pick the squat bar.
What?
Pick the squat bar.
Oh, fuck off! I'm just playing with you.
I'm just saying, pick the squat bar.
Hey, look, I'm wearing tights.
I'm 207 right now. Pick the squat bar.
Okay, you're probably stronger than me. There's no doubt you're stronger than me. There's nothing wrong with wearing tights. Look.
Say it again. Say it again.
If you're wearing tights, if you're over 250, it's okay. Or if you have massive legs and you're under 250, it's okay. Or
see, that's better.
Or if you're wearing a long shirt. See, I don't wear like a short.
Yeah, you definitely need to make sure you're covering.
I'm gonna ask an important question. What? Do you have underwear on underneath there?
Yeah, the gasp ones.
Because there's a guy at my gym that wears these.
I don't want to see the mushroom head.
Boxer briefs.
No, that's disgusting.
And
it's all bunched up.
Fucking mashed potatoes in his pants. And he walked around every fucking leg day like it. And every leg day, I'm like, do you not have this gym is covered in mirrors and you don't see that you're walking around with like soggy
Franks
stuff.
And beans out.
Guy, you're sponsored by Gasp and Better Bodies like I am. They got the Better Bodies has the awesome classic shorts.
Yes.
Like for classic guys.
Yeah.
I fucking wear those for underwear.
I have the Gasp ones from the back in the day.
Yeah. I got
Me
those.
too.
Yeah, but so the Gasp, they don't have them anymore. So I got the Better Bodies ones.
Yeah.
They're fucking awesome because they're like, they're short and they're comfortable to wear, especially for legs.
Huh.
So
I just don't feel – I feel odd walking into the gym with just – I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like could you picture Branch wearing spandex walking into the gym?
I'll tell you the truth. I feel weird doing it, but I feel like people at the gym give me a pass because of how big I am. It's not only because of how big I am. Wait a minute.
All right, let me ask more. This is the question. What's the point, I guess?
It's comfortable. I honestly feel comfortable wearing when I'm training legs because it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything.
Why not just wear short shorts?
I do that too. I do both. Like I'm wearing the Better Bodies ones right now. They're tight and the short ones.
Can you stand up?
You have to talk to the guy on the screen. Oh, there we go. See, he is. Yeah.
The Better Bodies. Where's the fucking
like you'll walk around town like that, like with those short shorts?
No, I'm going to the fucking gym. I don't go grocery shopping in that shit. Well, actually, I would go to the grocery store, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
This is how dedicated I am. I walked out. I came back from the gym, took my pants off. I've been sitting here in sweaty underwear the past hour.
I've done that too. No, I don't. The only place I don't go, I won't go to the grocery store in my tights.
Like Machiavelli filmed the video when he was here.
Yeah.
He trained legs, and I wore those short Gasp shorts, like not the tights, the shorts.
I've seen those, yeah.
In the gym training, and I felt so awkward.
Yeah, but those are horrible because they made the fucking leg opening really big.
Yeah, I felt like and
it feels like your sack is showing half the time.
Well, I had those fucking Gasp shorts on, the tights on underneath.
Yeah. No, the Better Bodies ones are good because they're still they go almost to the knee, like they're a couple inches above the knee.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not they're not like the Gasp ones. Because the Gasp ones are really short, but the leg opening is really big, and it feels like your fucking nuts are showing all the time.
Yeah, and then they fucking stick together and get like bat wings because they're not fucking them.
Yeah, it looks weird when you're fucking wearing it. It just doesn't look right. Yeah. The Better Bodies ones are good though. Yeah,
I got a ton of Better Body stuff when I was there the last time. So
yeah. Okay, so that's a huge commercial for everybody to go buy Better. And don't
Gasp is just
don't use guys. Don't use guys code. Use my code.
That's fine. Is your show? Paid off a code. Use Fouad tight pant 20.
You don't have a code, guy?
Guy 15, but my code is just for people to use.
Oh, well, I get money back, so use my code.
Use Fouad.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, all right, guys.
Good enough.
Thanks for coming on.
No doubt. Good times.
That beard stuff. And text me that book.
What book?
Dusty.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh, and if you guys, just real quick for fans and you guys, if you want another book, I don't know if you guys ever read this. Kyle Maynard, No Excuses. Great book.
What's it about?
It's about the true story of a congenital amputee who became a champion in wrestling. The guy that's got no arms and no legs and wrestled collegiate college. Fucking phenomenal.
How's that happen?
No, it's called No Excuses. Kyle Maynard. It's awesome.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to read that just because I don't read. But
I'm not going to read that because I don't read. It's about the point.
Didn't you recommend reading a book?
Yeah, like I've read a couple books. But anyway, where is his arm amputated at?
That's a nub right there.
So it's like down to the elbow. What about his legs? Is it like down to the knee?
It's not even. It's like
how the fuck do you wrestle with nubs?
He wrestled successfully.
Kyle Maynard, Maynard.
It's probably a YouTube. It's probably a YouTube video I can watch.
Look it up now.
Do it right now. We can all watch it.
You never heard of him?
No.
Really?
Kyle Maynard?
Yeah, Maynard. His book is called No Excuses.
He's too busy judging our American dirty restaurants to do.
Fuck you, Dusty. What the fuck? I'm never gonna live that down now.
all your American fans are pissed off right now.
Now a teenager with the power inside and out.
I don't know if I'm gonna get shut down off of YouTube for playing this, but okay, this is crazy. I don't think I could. I mean, I don't know if this is going to sound really rude, but
dude, he pins people. It's crazy.
But I would feel bad wrestling this person.
Yeah, not when he whooped your
until he
ass.
whips your ass.
He probably beat the shit out of me.
Right. He played football too. Go back. He played football. I forgot.
Where?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Hold on.
But no, he played. He was fucking the nose guard. Started.
You gotta. I mean, that's just wacky
crazy,
at every level to even have to know to go for it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So you read this book?
Yeah, great book. Look, he just made a tackle.
That's really insane.
Well, now I have another book to read because I haven't read that one.
There's some wrestling. I don't know how he fights back. I want to see like a full match. Because you can't. How do you grab the person? I don't understand.
You see how he grabs around the leg?
Yeah. Can you imagine how strong you'd have to be?
Oh, hell yeah.
To like not have hands and to grab somebody like that?
Bro, crazy.
That's really fucking crazy, man. Holy shit.
People think they have it bad. You have no idea how bad you have it until you see somebody who has it worse than you do.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Thank you for coming on. I'll talk to you guys very soon, I'm sure.
All right, sounds good.
See you guys. Take it easy. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.